Bally Sports West, the heart of the fan.
Beautiful Saturday night here in Southern California as you welcome you to Angels Live, presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers right here on Bally Sports. Time to get you ready for some Saturday night baseball as the Mariners and Angels go head-to-head in Game 2 of this three-game weekend series here at the Big A. Only 2 home games left of 2021. Will Shohei Ohtani see a pitch? Mark Kubica, 4 walks last night. He's got 11 walks over his last 3 games. It ties a major league record. Can he get to 50?
It's amazing when you look back at the fact in his last 10 starts on the mound, he has walked 9.
Yeah.
He has 11 walks as a batter in the last 3 games. I mean, when you put that in perspective, what he has done this entire season is off the charts, and he just keeps breaking record after record.
Yeah, it's amazing. We'll have a live...
Just like you, Frenchie.
Yeah, they're the wrong records to break. We'll have a live ceremony of Shohei a little bit later on in the program. But first of all, welcome to the program, everybody. It's an official welcome to Angels Live. Ken French.
Thank you, fans, by the way.
That is Mark Kubica. Thank you, fans. And also today, National Daughters Day.
Yes.
We are all fathers of daughters.
Yes, we are.
And I want to say hello to all of those parents out there, moms and dads of daughters, and also one Mark Kubica, who says his head hasn't gotten bigger as the season's gone along. My goodness gracious. Let's just soak that all in. We both took pictures with the...
How do you describe that?
I don't know what that is. I don't know. You should autograph it right on the forehead.
Yes, I probably should.
That would be fantastic. Well, listen, let's kick it off with some news regarding Mike Trout. He's been out of the lineup since May 17th with that right calf strain. Gooby, believe it or not, that's 115 games, including tonight. Finally, he decided to call it a season. What a tough one for Trout. You know, no one else wanted to be out there more than he did. You could see it in his face. He just frustrated he couldn't come back.
Yeah, he knows how important he is, not only to the team and to the fan base here and to the entire organization, but baseball in general. The very best baseball player in the world is Mike Trout, and he wanted to get back so bad. He thought he was getting closer a couple different times, but right now, he's at ease. He feels really good. He feels completely healthy, which is important. So now he can just think about baseball activities during the winter, not as far as rehabbing his calf anymore.
Yeah, and we got to hear it directly from Mike Trout because Mark Kubica sat down with Trouty before the game, and this is what he had to say.
First of all, how are you feeling and how are you progressing as far as your calf?
Yeah, I feel great. These last probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks, pretty good. I feel 100%. I feel it here and there, but I feel pretty good.
I've seen you when you've been DHing over your career. I mean, I know you're running around the dugout. How hard has this been for you this whole time?
No, it's tough, but you know, I obviously want to be out there with the guys, but you know, coming in the dugout, just seeing the fight. You know, a lot of guys are getting opportunities right now, and it's fun to see, and it's good to see for our future. And you know, like I said, a lot of guys coming up and making impact. So.
Yeah, you were mentored by Torrey Hunter, Albert Pujols. Is that going to be something? Obviously, I've seen you talking with Joe Adell and Brandon Marsh. How important is that for you to be able to pass that on?
Real important. You know, obviously they paved the way, and we got to pave the way for them. They ask a lot of questions. They listen. You know, a lot of talent between them guys in the outfield. You know, it's me, Jay Up, and Dex be able to, you know, sit down and, you know, if they do make a mistake, do something wrong in the outfield, you know, we tell them, and they ask a lot of questions, and they learn from it.
And how important, I mean, how much fun are they just looking and asking you these questions?
Oh, it's good. You know, I think they know that we've been up here, and we're up here for a reason. We're here to work, and they're trying to get better each and every day, and, you know, we see that.
All right, so looking forward to the off season. What are you doing as far as, is it going to be all baseball stuff, or are you going to be able to still in the process of trying to get healthy?
Yeah, no, I'm fully healthy right now. Obviously, I wanted to come back. Just ran out of time. You know, I was going to go on a rehab assignment for about a week just to see how it is, and I just ran out of time. You know, just one of them things. It's you know, at the time and the spot, just not trying to push it, and I got to go out and in the offseason be 100%, you know, to do my whole offseason routine and, you know, get ready for spring.
You know how I am on holidays and stuff like a Halloween right around the corner. What's Jess, Beckham, and Mike going to have? You give any secrets out for Halloween yet?
I didn't even think about it, but it's going to be a big one this year because he's going to get he kind of starting to get like talk and get the whole Halloween thing. You know, give him pumpkins every day, and he's carrying it around the house. So it's I'm looking forward to it. It's obviously a proud dad moment. You know, being able to spend time with him and see him, you know, grow up as a kid.
Any special plans for the wintertime with the fam?
Nothing crazy. I'm just looking forward to spend time with Jessica and Beckham. You know, he's at a fun age now, so I get to do stuff with him.
So fly, Eagles, fly?
For sure. Hopefully to get that W Monday night.
Sounds good, Trout. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I had to throw the fly Eagles fly in there. Love the Halloween question. Yeah, you got to do that. Gooby, though, what I took away from this interview, though, 100% healthy, normal offseason. These are things you want to hear from Mike Trout.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times when you see players, especially as great as a player like Mike Trout is, you want to think, all right, what do I got to do during the offseason? I want to get ready for the upcoming baseball season instead of have to rehab his calf. So now when you say he's 100%, that's what you want to see. Granted, you'd love to be able to see him play the last few games, but the important thing is now going into the offseason, it's all about getting ready for the 2022 baseball season, which is great having the best player in the game getting ready.
I'm sorry. I got this Gooby head behind me. It's just creeping me out right now. What's going on? Oh, that just is the gift that just keeps on giving. Yeah, that's just wonderful. Hey, you know, the Angels just 4 games under 500 in the absence of Mike Trout. As I mentioned tonight, the 115th game that he will miss this season. And the success of the Halos without Trout, he has a lot to do with Shohei Ohtani. But he can't get it done right now. The teams that we're facing are teams that are trying to get in the postseason or getting ready to make a run in the postseason. As a result, they don't want to pitch to him.
Yeah, Frenchie, when you go through a scouting report for a team, there's always 1 or 2 batters in a lineup. Okay, who are we going to try to avoid in those big situations? Well, it's Shohei Ohtani. Seattle wants to get the postseason. We saw that with the Astros. And Seattle, when you go back even to the 9th inning, I was going, are they going to walk him here? They're going to walk him here and put the potential go-ahead run there on the base and Shohei Ohtani, which is definitely a risk. But as a manager, Scott Servais, I thought, did a really good job as far as not allowing Shohei Ohtani to be the one guy that could beat him during the course of that game. So, yeah, he wasn't real happy about it. And there was some stress against him in this inning, and that's the thing you want to do. You want to see guys behind Shohei Ohtani do the thing, and Goose Gosselin was able to go out and get a big base hit there, and then another walk, which we were thinking was going to happen to Jared Walsh, or setting up a potential ground ball double play instead. You know, Seawall threw a nasty slider to Jack Mayfield. That's the thing. Jack Mayfield has been swinging the bat so well over the last 4 games. You didn't want to give him a chance, and you know, then they got Rojas. They didn't able to quite get it done. It was a close play at first base. But you got to credit them for able to get the job done and not allowing Shohei to beat him or the other all-star in Jared Walsh.
Shohei Ohtani, the first player since Barry Bonds back in 2003, 3 or more walks in 3 consecutive games. He's got 17 intentional walks this season, second in Major League Baseball, only to Juan Soto's 22.
It's amazing, but you know the thing is, I love the fact that he's showing patience. He's not swinging the pitches out of strike zone. He get 1 or 2 pitches to swing at the entire day. Yesterday, one of them even close to the strike zone. Everything else was away, and he showed patience, not going after it.
All right, let's take our first time out here on the pregame show, but don't go far. Gooby, please stay with me.
No, I'm not going.
Patrick O'Neill's going to hang out with us for a little bit because A.J. Ramos, boy, what a debut last night for the Halos.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
For 25 years, Major League Baseball has partnered with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America to help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
MVP award. One of 2 awards can be given out in a pregame ceremony. Yeah, you saw Mike Trout's name on there. He's won it every year since 2011. He did share the award with Andrelton Simmons in 2017. Welcome back to the pregame show. Kent Gooby, Patrick O'Neill now in the broadcast booth. And Patty, we know about the 64 different players that have worn an Angels jersey this year. Pretty incredible. A.J. Ramos last night being the 64th. 2 great innings, his debut as a Halo, but what a journey to get back to the big leagues.
Yeah, no doubt. Frenchie and Gooby, thanks very much for having me. Pumped up for the game tonight. But yeah, for A.J. Ramos, the 35-year-old from Lubbock, Texas, had not pitched in the big leagues in over a year, and only his 4th big league appearance since 2018. He spent the majority of his time with the Salt Lake Bees this year, had 42 appearances, an ERA of over 5 with Salt Lake. But you look at this, 9 seasons in the majors, 99 career saves, and he's a 64th player used, as you said. But how about he's a former All-Star? He's had 40 saves in his career, back with the Miami Marlins, spent most of his career with Miami. I had a chance to speak with AJ on the field early. This is one of the great guys you're ever going to run into. What a journey indeed it has been for him. I said, what did it feel like to get back out there on the field finally after so long? He said, it felt like riding a bike. And talking to Gooby on the game last night, when he tried to make this play, he said at Salt Lake AAA, he had to make every single play behind him. So he's diving all. That's a fantastic play right there by Stassi. But 6 up, 6 down, 18 pitches, 13 first strikes, 8th inning, 9th inning. He said this is what it feels like. He wanted to let the Angels know that he's athletic. You didn't see the play there where he was on his knees, but he said that, those are the plays he had to make in Salt Lake. And also, the reason why his ERA was so inflated there is because of the altitude. He can't get the spin. He can't get the movement on his pitches. So last night here, without that altitude, he really could find the strike zone, and that was excellent to see. And by the way, he loves to travel. We'll spend 3 weeks in Italy in the offseason. He's going to try to work in Rome and the Amalfi Coast. I was like, really? That sounds like 2 separate trips, but he's got 3 weeks there. He's going to make the most of it. This is a great guy. Can you do Rome and the Amalfi Coast in one trip?
Sure, why not? He got back to the big leagues. He can do whatever he wants to do.
True.
Yes, well done, Patrick.
Thanks,
we appreciate it. All right, have a great call here tonight. Yeah, let's get a W. And if we're going to get a W, Jaime Barria is going to have to pick up his first win since July 31st.
And you really, when you look back over the last 4 or 5 starts, he has thrown the ball pretty good. ERA 3.38 for Jaime Barria. His fastball velocity has been pretty solid. 92, even 96 miles an hour. My go-tos, though, for Barria to have a good game against a team that's opportunistic swinging the bat, and that's the Seattle Mariners, is you got to have that better command downward tilt on his slider throughout. That's a very good swing and miss pitch when it has that downward tilt, and use his changeup more. He's got a batting average against his changeup of 134 this season. He's only used it 8% of the time, but I'd love to see that get up there anywhere between 12 to 15% today.
3 earned runs or fewer in 5 straight starts for Jaime Barria. Needs to get it done against a very opportunistic Mariners lineup, as you mentioned. Gooby, speaking of opportunities, it's time for you to find an opportunity upstairs in the broadcast booth.
It's an opportunity for you to go solo
that was
shot.
A stretch. I was just trying.
Move to the side.
Yeah, just move over. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Don't run into your head.
I'm going to try to avoid that.
All right. It is time to take the time out here on the pregame show, but don't go far, because when we come back, Jose Mota will talk about the AL surprise performances, and we'll have a special pregame ceremony honoring Shohei.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
For 25 years, Major League Baseball has partnered with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America to help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have a
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
ceremony moments away as we welcome you back to Angels Live on Valley Sports. Angels baseball presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Mariners knocking on the door of the AL wild card, and the Halos trying to keep that door locked and play spoiler tonight in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Bringing Jose Moto, the baseball tie. Love the tie, Jose.
Just for you and my friends.
Done.
For you and your friends, Frenchie.
Oh.
A lot of baseballs.
Well done, my friend. Hey, listen, you know what? When it comes to the American League and superstars, we got some normal names at the top of the stats at the end of the year. Mike Trout always being one of them. But, Jose, you got some AL surprises this season you want to talk about.
I love this because in spring training, we all can go out there and pick some names out of a box or pick favorite names or guys that have had a very nice running and credentials. And you know what? I love surprises, too. Who's going to be top 10 and what? Look at this here. Yes, Vladdy's grabbing all the headlines, rightfully so, but Teoscar Hernandez, how about 301 average, 7th, 111 RBI. That is more than Vladdy Guerrero, by the way. Mitch Haniger, very good player all around, defensively, offensively. He's finally healthy. Anybody expect 35 home runs for Mitch Haniger? A big reason why between he and Seager, why the Mariners are where they're at. And then Cedric Mullins. How about this story here? Cedric Mullins, 5'8", 170. Among the sluggers in the American League at 536. And also, Candace, you know very well, recently member of the 30-30 club, first time in Orioles history. Let's go to Nicky Lopez. Nicky Lopez for the Royals is not even on that team unless Mondesi gets hurt. It is just great to watch how guys like Haniger himself, Nicky Lopez, with health, with opportunity, well, they're making the most out of it. Lopez, obviously, in the top 10 in on-base percentage with some big guys, and has done a very fine job. In fact, not even having a guaranteed deal for Mondesi when he plays, having Mondesi fight for that. Think about that.
I love these stories, especially the Cedric Mullins story as well. Playing for a team like Baltimore that has struggled at the bottom of Major League Baseball, but he has still persevered, as you mentioned, yes. Member of the 30-30 club. Jose, we appreciate it so much. Have a great call. Enjoy tonight's game.
Reggie, talk to you soon.
You got it, sir. All right, we're going to take another time out here on the program, but don't go far because when we do come back, the Angels are going to award the team MVP and the Nick Adenhart Trophy on the field live.
Covers the show like MLB Network.
Put a star by that one.
Turn on baseball's best with over 200 live games all season.
Oh, my goodness!
Catch live look-ins every night on MLB Tonight.
Oh, baby!
Plus breakdowns and highlights of your team, my team, every team.
And gone!
Bring home our national pastime all the time. Only on MLB Network.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
The Nick Adenhart Award for Pitcher of the Year and also their team MVP. Right now, we send it to PA announcer Michael Araujo.
Please direct your attention to the video boards for some highlights of the Nick Adenhart and Angels MVP Award winner.
It's showtime!
gentlemen, your 2021 Nick Adenhart and Angel MVP award winner, Shohei Ohtani. Shohei's historic season as a pitcher and batter is unprecedented. He enters tonight's game with 45 home runs, tied with Mike Trout for the second most in a season in Angels history. Shohei has made 14 pitching starts while also holding at least a share of the Major League home run lead, and is the first pitcher to make multiple pitching starts in a season while leading the majors in home runs since Babe Ruth in 1919. Opponents are batting .067 against his splitter, the lowest batting average for any pitch in the majors, and his .818 winning percentage leads the American League. Shohei is the first player in MLB history to record 10 or more home runs as a hitter and 100 or more strikeouts as a pitcher in the same season. He's also the first player in MLB history with 20 or more stolen bases and 10 or more pitching appearances in the same season. Shohei leads the majors with 24 home runs hit with an exit velocity of 110 miles per hour or more, and has also thrown 11 pitches at or above 100 miles per hour this season. He was named the American League's Player of the Month twice and was the first player in Major League history to be selected to the All-Star game as both a pitcher and a position player. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2021 Nick Adenhart and 2021 Angel MVP award winner, Shohei Ohtani.
Peter Manassi and the general manager, President John Carpino, Artie Moreno, the owner, out there with the skipper, Joe Madden, of course, Shohei Ohtani, the Angels MVP awarded by the players for leadership, sportsmanship, and professional ability, which, of course, Shohei just completely embodies. And the Adenhart Award given to the Angels pitcher who's the most outstanding throughout the course of the regular season, established back in 2009 in the memory of Nick Adenhart. Jared Weaver won it for the first 4 years. Dylan Bundy won it last year, but no question who should win it this year. The MVP for your Angels, both at the plate, on the mound. Look at the season he is having. Everybody who covers Shohei here is convinced he should be the American League MVP. He might not be the best pitcher, the best hitter, but certainly he is the best player, as far as we're concerned, in all of baseball. Well, we have about 2 weeks left. The regular season comes to an end here at the beginning of October, and oh, what a race it is in both the American League and the National League as well. Let's take a closer look at the wild card standings here in the AL. My goodness, New York, a big win over Boston last night. They are now tied for the top spot in the AL wildcard race. Seattle, they've won 6 in a row, including 4 straight against those Oakland A's, pushing them down. Seattle right now knocking at the door. Toronto now 2.5 back. As we look at Oakland wins and Boston falls. Look at the NL wildcard race. The Dodgers, yeah, they're up on top, but they want to win the West. They're 1 game behind the Giants for the top spot there. But what about the St. Louis Cardinals? They've won 15 in a row. That's a new team record. They vaulted themselves into that second spot. And by the way, Philadelphia, yeah, they're 5 games back of the wild card, but a 1.5 games back of Atlanta for the top spot in the East. They won 3-0 here this afternoon, shutting out Pittsburgh. They have a shot to pick up the East as well. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch here at ML postseason bracket. Here is your playoff picture. My goodness, can you imagine the wild card as it stands today? New York and Boston, that is what everybody wants. And St. Louis and Los Angeles, I think that's the last team the Dodgers want to face, is the St. Louis Cardinals, the hottest team in all of baseball. Hey, listen, you know what? The Angels want to get back in the win column, but they also want to get back in the fry column. Yeah, I just came up with that. All season long, the day after the Angels win, fans can redeem free medium fries with a $1 minimum purchase of participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app today. Hands up for free fries. Yes, put them up, and also gotta like some ice cream at the end of that as well. Hey, Halos looking to even things up against the M's here tonight. Congratulations, Shohei Ohtani, the team MVP and the Nick Adenhart Award winner. Angels baseball from the Big A coming at you next.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's
field,
watching
hit,
MLB
and
Network.
throw. He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Catch the unpredictable pennants chase moments that will have you saying, "Heads up, uh-oh." Oh my gosh. Man down! Intentional Fox, unpredictable pennants chase coverage. Only on MLB Network.
Mr. Smoke.
You, go ahead.
Since signing with MLB Network, you've been very busy. You've done pitching demos, game analysis, and color commentary for live games. How are you able to juggle so many roles as an analyst?
It just comes naturally, I guess.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions, only on MLB Network.
That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you. And you can bring your friends.
The heart of LA, Valley Sports West, the heart of the fan.
Angels baseball is on the air. It's the Halos and the Seattle Mariners from the Big A closing out the last series of 2021 at home, and it is Fan Appreciation Night. And we certainly have tremendous appreciation for all these great Angels fans for their love and support of this team. Didn't go their way, our way, but thanks for coming out and having a great time as always. With Mark Gubiza, I'm Patrick O'Neill. We'll catch up with Jose Mota momentarily. Tough loss last night. It was a great game, but it went to the M's 6-5. In the game, Max Stassi, who hasn't really had a hot bat of late, had his first home run, first extra base hit of the month.
Patrick, there's a lot of energy in the ballpark. Max Stassi was really, really good last night. Yeah, you mentioned he hasn't really been crushing the baseball lately, but his swing was much better, smooth through the baseball, quiet in the strike zone. Take a look at our Land Rover above and beyond what he did swinging the bat last night against a very good pitching staff with Seattle. Logan Gilbert, power fastball. This time he got a slider out over the plate. 2-run home run for Max Stassi. A career high 12 home runs, 24 extra base hits for Max Stassi. And I love this swing against Joe Smith. Went the other way on a fastball. That's the swing you want to see from Max Stassi. That level swing up the middle, going the other way, but also with solid defensive. It's a long throw, a throw that got away at home plate, but was able to recover and make it from the almost well behind home plate to second base to get a big out there and to give the Angels a chance in the 9th inning. So defense was there. He was entertaining us throughout. Maximus entertaining us with the glove and the bat last night.
Well, I was entertained, but I always am, certainly. And I know I mentioned on the broadcast that was an Aaron Rodgers type throw. I'd like to amend that and go with Matthew Stafford.
That's a good idea,
All right.
Patrick. Good idea.
Speaking of throwing the ball, let's go to Jose Mota with Jaime Barria making a big start, trying to hurt the M's playoff chances. What do you expect, Jose, from Barria tonight?
Hopefully, Barria will deliver to these fans on Fan Appreciation Night. A lot to appreciate on the mound. But Jaime Barria, when you look at his numbers overall, yeah, some just don't look all that well, but he keeps getting opportunities to be a starting pitcher. Remember, he is out of options. This is his last option in the big leagues. And the last 5 starts for Barria, encouraging in terms of the ERA, he has given the Angels a chance to win ball games, even though he is 0-2 in those 24 innings, high whip, but he's navigated with a lot of double plays all throughout, all that traffic on the bases. The main thing is, Barria knows he's got a very pesky team on the other side, fighting for a lot. So Walsh, Gosselin and company, and Patrick O'Neill with that first pitch. Gooby, yours truly, right after this against the Mariners.
Jim. Hey, Jim. You were known for your work ethic during your playing days. Now that you're an analyst at MLB Network, do you find that your days are easier?
Yo, Big Jim, you ready to do that hitting demo? Let's go, man.
Hey, Jim, here's the research packet for tonight's show. I'll see you on the set in 5.
Jim, why aren't you dressed? We're on in 2 minutes.
Maybe a little bit easier.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions on MLB Network.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Night here at the Big A. Angels, Mariners, game 2 of 3 on a perfect Saturday night for baseball. Jaime Barria takes the hill. Taking a look at this Seattle Mariners batting order. J.P. Crawford from Long Beach is one of the best players in the American League. He just stirs the drink for the M's. Ty France has been on fire. Kyle Seager, Mitch Haniger in the middle of that lineup. That's 70 combined home runs. Jared Kelenic, top prospect. He's getting a lot of playing time. He's at center. Abraham Toro at second base. Luis Torrens is the DH. Jake Fraley checks in left. And Cal Rowley will be doing the catching tonight. And Tyler Anderson is the lefty that is going for the M's. But for Jaime Barria, Gooby, important. His first inning, he's got to lock it down.
Yeah, the first inning so far, 10 innings pitched. He's given up 11 earned runs, 4 home runs, an ERA over 9. My go-to is, though, to change that around today for Jaime Barria. His fastball has been very good, 92, 96. His better downward tilt with his slider. He'll get a lot of swing and misses with his slider when it works down. In my opinion, use his changeup more. It's a 143 batting average, but he's only used it 8% of the time. Use that changeup more so tonight.
Okay, so defense behind Jaime Barria from left field to right field. Phil Gosselin, Brandon Marsh, Juan Lagares. A little trouble in the corners last night for the outfield. Third to first, Jack Mayfield, Luis Rengifo, David Fletcher, and Jared Walsh. Same that they had last night, and Max Stassi will be catching Barria. What a game it was for Max last night.
A lot of energy, and David Fletcher, he's been so good. Maybe he has been slumping somewhat with the bat, but not with the glove. 990 fielding percentage. He's been involved in 80 double plays this season. 80. His range has been outstanding.
So we are about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bally Sports all season long. And J.P. Crawford, 2 for 5 last night, playing outstanding for the Mariners, who have won 6 in a row, and he just starts things right off with a base hit up the middle, first pitch. And the Mariners are off and running.
Boy, first pitch this year against Barria, 400 batting average. Go up a little bit there when I swing for Crawford. We've seen him hit the ball very well last night. 2 shots to left center field. This one right back up the middle. 3 stolen bases, but it has been caught 6 times.
With his speed, that is very strange.
It's all about reading pitchers. You can have that speed, Patrick, but it's about reading pitchers, and it's going to be important to be able to hold the ball for your Barria. Scott Service has had this team on the move throughout the entire season, both stealing some bags, but also hitting and running.
Ty France, who had a home run. He had 3 ribbies in last night's game. He was 2 for 4. He's been having an outstanding season. Most hits on the Mariners ball club. And he shows up with the runner at first base. A 1-0 count from Barria. That one's hit to Jack. Oh, he grabs it, goes over to Fletcher, and turns the 5-4-3 double play. That is big. Thought he almost bobbled that one for a moment, but was able to snag it out of the air.
10th double play turn behind Barria this season. Granted, a little bit of a bobble. Hit well, little backspin to it, but a quick turn as usual by Fletch. That's 81 now double plays turned by David Fletcher. Recover well, Jack Mayfield. That's a huge out, especially after a base hit up the middle for a pitcher that has had his troubles in the first inning. A defensive play made in the end here to get a double play.
How would you describe Fletcher's accuracy on that turn? He absolutely just peppers Walsh every single time, right in the glove.
I think when you look at second basemen or even infielders, middle infielders in baseball, there's no one quicker as far as the transfer for Fletch, and it's always right on the money. There may be somebody has a little stronger arm potentially, but there's no one that gets rid of the baseball any quicker than Fletch at second base on that bag.
Kyle Seager is up now, and it's 1-1. Alan Porter calling the balls and strikes tonight. Behind home plate, we ran into the Seagers, the parents of Kyle, down in the elevator. Healthy handshake from Mr. Seager.
Yeah, I had to shake his hand. I said, you have a lot of hits in your sons there. Both of them can swing the bat. Big smile on his face, as any parent would be so proud of their sons, and Kyle and Corey.
Yeah, this is Corey's brother. That's the nickname for Kyle. And that's a line drive. It's a base hit just over the head of Luis Rengifo. Ticked off his glove. Second hit of the inning for the Mariners.
How big is that double play turn? So they've had some baseballs they've hit pretty hard already in this inning. Well, he stayed down on that baseball, line it back up the middle. They're not trying to pull the baseball, the 2 lefty batters against Barria.
Look at the Mariners team offensively. As a team hitting .225, but they've won 6 in a row. They're one of the hottest teams on the road in baseball. 2.5 back right now. Hoping to get to 2 back. Yankees won again today in Boston. Seattle needs help. They need to keep winning, but the Angels are hoping to put an end to that winning streak. Mitch Haniger steps in. That was a tense game last night, and you saw the emotion from the Mariners with Paul Sewald slamming his glove down to the ground. accidentally, apparently.
But, you know, they have a lot of energy. There was a lot of energy in the ballpark. It had a good feel to it last night.
Swings and misses, 1-1. Nice change there from Barria. Again, the first inning, very important for him to get out of clean. He's got the powerful Mitch Haniger. 35 home runs, 35 home runs, 87 RBI. 0-2.
Just a 188 batting average when he has 2 strikes on him, though. It does have some power, 13 home runs. Straighten him up with a fastball upstairs usually means slider down and away. So you got to be ready on that right side of the infield.
Haniger was 1 for 3 last night, 2 ribbies. Checks the swing there, 2-2. Ramon De Jesus over at first base. Says no swing.
He'll be behind the plate tomorrow afternoon.
Remind me once again who's pitching for the Angels?
A pitcher of the year for the Angels on the mound, Shohei Ohtani.
Team MVP. And Nick Aidenhart, Pitcher of the Year award. Congratulations to Shohei Ohtani. Of course, the big question is when he comes up to bat, will he get pitched to? That'll be a conversation all night long, and I think we all know the answer is no. The way it's gone the last 3 games, record-setting.
From 0-2 to 3-2 now.
Runner goes, fly ball. Brandon Marsh going back to the wall. That has some carry to it. He leaps up and makes the catch. Brandon Marsh playing that like a wide receiver. And he just went back and leapt up and caught it at the wall and robs Haniger of a 2-run home run. Get up and get it.
The Captain Caveman bringing it back. Got a 0 up there.
Nerds. My new money goal?
My new money goal?
We've got money goals.
Buy a place closer to my family down south.
Invest in Black-owned companies.
Invest in green companies.
Invest for my daughter's future and my retirement at the same time.
Have a better credit card
than her.
Whatever your money goals, NerdWallet knows the smartest ways to make them happen. Compare and find the smartest credit cards, mortgages, and investing accounts on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
You spend 1/3 of your life in bed. That's why at Boll & Branch, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. Our bedding is 100% organic, toxin-free, and fair trade certified. It makes a difference you'll feel and offers a better way to live in this world. Start with our best-selling signature sheets made to get softer with every wash. Visit bollandbranch.com.
See Shohei Ohtani right there. Brandon Marsh will lead it off. Ohtani DHing, hitting second. The Goose, Phil Gosselin, is hitting third. Captain Jack Mayfield cleanup behind the dish. Max Stassi, big night last night, 12th home run. He's catching. Jared Walsh at first. Juan Lagares, Luis Rengifo, and David Fletcher looking to heat up. Get on a little roll here with 8 games remaining. Is hitting ninth. And Tyler Anderson, who is acquired from Pittsburgh July 28th. And this season, 7-9, but 2-1 with the ends.
Yeah, he throws a lot of fastballs, 2-seam, 4-seam, cut fastball, 87, 90, 3 miles per hour. My go-tos to have success against Anderson tonight is you have to look and try to be successful with life in the fast lane. That means getting one of those fastballs, 74%, and blast one of those middle of the zone change-ups. He's given up some home runs versus change-up, 8 of them, when it's a middle part of the plate.
Well, Joe Walsh, we have Jared Walsh in the lineup a little bit later. So we got a life in the fast lane. We have Brandon Marsh leading off. How about that? You make the catch at the wall to rob a home run, and you lead things off I spoke to Brandon Marsh about two things. About hitting leadoff, he says he loves it. He's done it pretty much his whole life as a junior in high school, senior in high school, and throughout the minors. Sometimes he would hit second if there was a lefty, and Joe Adell would lead off. And that's a base hit. Nice job for Brandon Marsh. I mean, have yourself a night.
How great was that inside-out approach on that one? It stayed, let that baseball get deep in the zone and hit that ball hard by Seager.
Well, that brings up Shohei Ohtani with Marsh at first base. He's been walked 11 times in the last 3 games. And that's a new American League record, and it ties a Major League record with Bryce Harper. We have more numbers, by the way, as the night goes on all these walks. We'll just leave it at that for now.
I think he's going to get a good opportunity to swing the bat here in the first inning, though. He's just got to make sure he brings pitches in the zone and doesn't chase.
I speak with every single Angels fan in America saying, I hope you're right. Takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1.
Boy, Fraley playing very, very, very shallow in left field against Shohei. If you're going to pitch away, Shohei can drive it over his head left.
Who do you think? David Fletcher's up there right now? Come on now.
We've seen Shohei throughout his career, even this season, especially early on. He's hit a number of home runs to left field, left center, and center.
No, that is shocking how shallow Fraley is playing right there. Sitting on 45 home runs. Fouls that one back. An interesting delivery from Tyler Anderson.
Yep. And you got to try to catch the baseball out of his hand, because there's some deception in his delivery, that hesitation.
He's had 2 games against the Angels, not this year. Trying to remember. I know you've got that memory bank.
Yeah, it hasn't been real good for him. 0-1 with an ERA over 8.
Foul back again.
So he's saying fastball, cutter, fastball upstairs, and it's been away.
He's pitching to him. 4 walks last night for Ohtani.
Does throw a changeup, but he'll throw a changeup occasionally to left-handed batters. He's about 25% changeup usage.
0-2. Ohtani hits that one right field line into the corner. Good speed from Brandon Marsh. He is being sent by Butterfield. Ohtani's going to third. The throw to third base. Ohtani is he out or is he safe? He is safe. Seager drops the ball.
Well, they'll check it out, because Shohei slid, was going to be safe. It looked like his foot came off the bag, and the Seager's keeping the tag on, but he didn't keep the baseball in long enough where you could see him pulling out of the glove. They'll probably check it, though.
Scott Service right now has got his hands up. He wants them to look at. He's talking to home plate umpire Alan Porter right now. Will they challenge? But Ohtani driving in a run for sure to make this 1-0. And he got a good pitch, and he roped it.
Yeah, he got that pitch on the inside part of the plate, brought his hands in, and they went after him, and they paid for it. 96 RBI, at the very least, either his 26 double or 6 triple. You see, beats the tag and throw, but he wasn't able to control it, so that's going to end up being a triple, because off the bag, he has a chance to get him out. We saw that the other day on the stolen base, but in the transfer out of the glove to the hand, drops the baseball, triple. Shohei.
No challenge. Abraham Toro on that relay looked home and went to third. It's a great throw. Ohtani would have been out, his momentum carrying him off the bag, but Seager drops it. And Gosselin ropes that one foul.
By the way, how fast is Brandon Marsh? He was going back because he was kind of thinking that Anderson was going to throw the first base, and he was leaning back towards the bag and still scored without a throw on that rocket by Shohei Ohtani.
That's getting yourself involved in the ball game early. Absolutely flying. Now Ohtani with nobody out. He's at third base. Gosselin looking to pick up a ribby.
6th triple of the season for Shohei.
He's been sitting on 5 for quite a while.
Enough of walking. I'm going to run.
That's why everybody wants to walk Shohei Ohtani right now, for sure. Ohtani's going to stay put right there. So, yeah, you mentioned Marsh going back, but he reads it perfectly and he's on his horse.
And he's picking up Ryan Butterfield, who's waving him all the way around. This is a great angle he took. Quicker to each corner of the base without a throw to the plate. Base running, outstanding defensive play. The top of the first, scores a run in the bottom of the first.
I knew that helmet was coming off, though, by the way. I'm surprised that it stayed on all the way to past third base. Usually he'll kick it also with his back foot.
RBI opportunity for Gosselin, especially against Seattle. You got to score early and you got to keep adding on. They will battle back against you throughout the course of the game.
So 2-2 with Ohtani at third base, 6th triple of the season. 25 doubles, got the 45 home runs, has the 9 wins. He's pitching tomorrow, the 24 stolen bases. It is the greatest season we've ever seen, ever.
Guessing right now for Phil Gosselin after a changeup there, he could get a cut fastball. He's going to try to maybe run it inside. He'll be quick with the bat, though.
Gosselin, that should score a run. And it does. It is 2-0 Halos. Nice job by the Goose. He's going to get a lot of handshakes. Some taps for that one. You see Mike Trout right there. We had a chance to speak to Mike. You had a great interview with him that ran on our Angels Live pregame show. Mike officially shutting it down for the season. He said that it's been frustrating, it's been emotional, but also there's a feeling of relief. Finally coming to that decision. He's so close to 100%, but Mark Hewitt had to go on a rehab assignment, just ran out of time on the season.
And Patrick, I love what he said too. Also, you know, granted it's been out, it's been frustrating. He said he's been able to be a fan and watching what Shohei Ohtani has done this season. He's marveled at what he has done on the mound and at the plate, and air a triple, driving in a run. That's a high compliment from the best player in the game.
Jack Mayfield lines it to right field, and Haniger is there for the second out of the inning. Trout, of course, was asked about Ohtani and his MVP. He said, of course, he's the MVP. He said, Vladdy's having a great season in Toronto, but last I checked, he doesn't pitch.
Yeah, yes. You don't really know those numbers he has on the mound so far this year.
Yeah, Trout, he just really misses being out there with the guys, but he's shown tremendous leadership. Max Stassi, 2 for 4, 3 RBI last night. Two 2-0 Angels. Stassi to shortstop. J.P. Crawford right there and throws him out. But the Angels, Brandon Marsh, Shohei Ohtani, touch up the M's for 2.
Sometimes you want the adventure, but sometimes you want the shortcut. With Home Chef Fast and Fresh, all you need is a microwave or oven. And just enough time to heat, eat, and repeat. Who said food can't be fast and home-cooked? Probably someone who never tried Fast and Fresh. Effortlessly create home-cooked meals like a pro with no prep and no mess. Delicious, meat simple. Get $80 off your first month at homechef.com.
Good things come in Warby Parker glasses. Yes, in the glasses. You see, these lenses are scratch-resistant, anti-reflective, and UV protective. So are these lenses. And these. These too. In fact, all of our lenses come that way, for free. And in these glasses, blue light filtering lenses. Clear, huh? You can add them to any frame for just $50. So that's the good stuff. Try our lenses risk-free for 30 days or try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Jaime Barria, happy to see some runs on the board for him. The last 5 starts, the Angels have averaged 1 run for every 5 innings he's been on the mound, even though he's thrown the ball to a 3.38 ERA. Now, balls in play for Barria this season, 330, which is obviously above MLB average. It's also above his career average of 287. At home, yes, he loves his mound and surroundings, 2.97 ERA, Patrick, 7.03 on the road. But he's got to tone down with men in scoring position, Gooby. He's got to make better pitches, especially down in the zone, and we know there's a lot of hard contact in that first inning too.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you have confidence in using that. I still believe Jose's changeup is such an important pitch for him because slider's hard, fastball hard. You need that change of speed with the change piece.
And on top of that also, Gooby, to get a feel for a changeup, it has to be a repetition type of pitch I've learned through the years too.
Yeah, you have to use it early, you have to have a feel for it, and use it throughout the entire course of the game.
So no damage, guys, to Barria and the Angels in the first, thanks to that catch by Brandon Marsh. Otherwise, it'd be 2-2 right now. Jose, thank you so much for that. Jared Kelenic is up right now. The M's won another 1-run game last night. Another one on the road. And Barria and the Angels have a 2-0 lead. You know, obviously, Gooby, so much has to be changed to this team for next year, and that's something that Mike Trout was also talking about, knowing, you know, that Perry and Artie, they're gonna do everything they can to get this team to where they need to be. It's gonna come to pitching, but it's got to be difficult also to get a full evaluation of what this team would have been had Mike Trout been healthy, had Anthony Rendon been healthy, had Justin Upton been healthy. But it comes down, it boils down to pitching.
Yeah, it does. And I love what Trout also said about that in his conversation with Perry Manasseh. He's going to have an input, I believe, in the success of the team and what they're going to do going forward. And he's going to be huge. I mean, whether you're a free agent or a potential trade piece, you have a chance to play with Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani. Well, you know you're going to want to come here and put on this uniform. So it's going to be real important to see what progression, get everyone back, get healthy. I love what Trout also said about what Justin Upton, Dexter Fowler are doing with the young players, young outfielders from Brandon Marsh and Joe Adell. It's great to see that.
Kelenic, soft ground ball. Renifo comes over and throws him out for out number 1. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Dexter Fowler because he was the first man down, and it was just a trickle-down effect of injuries from that point forward. And we had a conversation with Joe Smith, former Angels reliever, Mariners current reliever, who got credited with the W last night. And he said that lineup, you just look at what the Angels to start the season, they were going to put up a ton of runs and nobody would want to face them. So you get that full lineup, add some pitching, couple of frontline starters, nobody's going to want to face this lineup.
That's exactly right, Patrick. You just want to see what this team could put together. And I remember this, when you're going through the beginning part of the season, you're looking at the lineup, you're going, where would you go as a pitcher to look for it if it would have potential out in the lineup? There was none. By the way, great changeup there for Barria using that pitch. But, I just love the fact that Trout was out there. You could see a different Mike Trout where he knows, well, he's still bummed that he wasn't able to go out and play the last month or so of the season.
Abraham Toro is going to find the grass out in left field. Is he going second? No, he's not. Gosselin gets it into David Fletcher. So that's a 1-out base hit for Abraham Toro.
But Trout, going back to Trout, he's healthy. Healthy. The last thing he said when we talked today, I'm healthy. I'm going to be thinking about baseball activities. Have fun with Jess and Beckham, his family. But it's all about baseball activities instead of rehab time as far as his calf. And that's huge for any player, any athlete is thinking about what you're going to do to get better next season and expect a incredible season, because he got off this season, the first month, is best season he's ever got off to as far as the start. I mean, it was historic, his start this season before the calf injury in mid-May.
No doubt. 30-plus games, absolutely raking. Combine that with what Ohtani has done, what Rendon is capable of doing. Oh, this could be a ground ball, double play, end of the inning. Exactly what the Angels needed. And Jaime Barria looking good through 2. Mariners coming up.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you. And you can bring your friends.
Jaime Barria is done for the game. Joe Madden just went out and spoke with home plate umpire Alan Porter. So Jaime Barria, something could happen, Mark. Not sure what, but that's it for him in the ball game through 2 innings.
Yeah, a couple ground ball double plays. Things were looking pretty good as far as release of his pitching. Threw a good changeup last inning. Hopefully everything's okay with Jaime Barria.
So it looks like Jonathan Diaz, who just got recalled, warming up to come into this game. Jared Walsh now at the plate. All right, so it's going to be a bullpen game right now.
Well, the thing, it allows you to breathe a little bit easier if you're Joe Madden. You have your ace on the mound tomorrow afternoon, a guy that's been giving you a lot of innings, and that's Shohei Ohtani. If you have a bullpen game scheduled tomorrow to even this point in the season, you get a little bit concerned about how you're going to be able to get that many outs out of your bullpen.
Let's take a look at what happened to Jaime Barria, see if he gives any indication to what could be bothering him.
You know, it could be that hip or groin area in the follow-through on the delivery.
So he took himself out of this ball game. Jonathan Diaz will be coming in. Tyler Anderson now facing Jared Walsh. This time of the season, you hate to see any kind of injury like that. Jaime Barria is out of options. It's an opportunity for him to really put his best foot forward here, show the Angels that he could be part of the rotation or in the mix for next season. 2-2 to Jared Walsh. This is an opportunity for Walsh against lefties also, because that is going to be something he will need to improve on, but you might like this matchup for him.
You'd like to see some, especially for a pitcher that throws a number of fastballs, different kinds, but just to be able to lift the ball in the air. He's got about a 62% ground ball rate against left-handed pitching. So look for him to try to get a pitch where he can hit on the line or in the air.
He's facing the shift, lines that one, hit well to right field. That's exactly what you're talking about. Nice job by Jared Walsh. And he's on first base with a single.
It's a real solid job bringing the hands up and getting through the baseball and lining that one to right. hands are quick. That is letter high. Quick hands for Walsh. Foot down, timing good, getting through the baseball. Not easy to bring your hands up like that, especially against a left-handed pitcher as a left-handed batter. It's good to see him get that ball in the air. Ball off the bat at almost 109 miles per hour. Ball was scolded.
Third hit of the ball game for the Halos. Now Juan Lagares is up. Nobody out. Here in the second inning, in the first, Brandon Marsh leading off with a single. Shohei Ohtani with a triple into the corner, scoring Marsh. And then ground ball. Phil Gosselin brings in Ohtani, make it 2-0. Jaime Barria's had to leave this game. A game that is hugely important for the Seattle Mariners. Seemingly can't be stopped on the road. You know, after the way the game ended last night, seeing all that emotion, I want the Angels to get this one here tonight. Well, that could be two. Anderson to Toro, back to first. Lagares running well, but he is called out at first base. Very close play.
Boy, already 3 double plays turned in this game for both the Mariners and the Angels.
Ramon De Jesus with the call at first. Taylor-made double play
just before he got the foot down.
1-4-3 in the book. It's going to bring up Luis Rengifo.
Good not to have to.
Swings through that changeup. 0-1.
As far as double plays turned, the Mariners, that's 133rd for their defense. The Angels with 2 today, 126 double plays turned.
Rengifo hits that one well. He's hit it deep. Back to the wall. And it's gone! Home run for Rengifo, and it's 3-0 Angels.
Boy, jumps on that one. 3 home runs on the last road trip for Rengifo. Left center, way out from the right side. The Rengifo bomb out. Halos up 3-0.
One thing you notice about Rengifo, how solidly built he is. He's got some pop. Didn't miss it.
All-speed pitch. Mentioned some changeups hit out ninth. Changeup hit out against Anderson. Good to see that smile from Luis Rengifo, 6th home run. And a career high back in 2019 of 7 of them.
1-1 to David Fletcher hitting 9th. Brandon Marsh is on deck. You know, Luis Rengifo could be in the conversation for shortstop for the Angels next season. With the money that they have to spend, are they going to want to throw it all at a high-priced shortstop with a big bat that could be available? Or maybe Rengifo and go big on some pitching and some other needs?
A lot of decisions. But when you have Mike Trout talk about Joe Madden, talk about the need to get back to the winning culture, and you have the right guy leading that charge, Perry Manassian, general manager for the Angels, you just feel there's going to be some changes made as far as putting the best team out there for these fans who are here today on Fan Appreciation Night to have a chance to cheer all the way through October.
Fletcher, left field. Jack Fraley is under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We are going to the 3rd, but Luis Rengifo showing some pop, giving the Angels a 3-0 lead with his 6th long ball of the season. Jonathan Diaz is into the ballgame for the Angels. Made his MLB debut September 17th. He's 25 years old. So he's one of the 64 Angels that have played this season. Can you tell me about Diaz and what the Angels like in him?
Well, we've seen him in that one game where he had that spot start where he's got a pretty good fastball. He'll run his fastball. It's going to be around that low 90 range. He's a four-seam fastball and a sinker. So it's going to be 90 to 94. He'll throw a slider, which is his go-to pitch, and changeup. So it's going to be some off-speed pitches. He's got to set up with his fastball in the lower third to be successful with his slider and changeup.
So he comes in with a 3-0 lead. Hoping to keep it right there. He's facing Jake Fraley. Entered the game last night as a pinch hitter. Was hit by a pitch. Eventually scored a big run. It's one of the grinders Scott Service has on this Mariners team. Diaz falls behind 2-0. It's fan appreciation night. Another great crowd on hand. Team pitcher giveaway. A lot of giveaways going on. By the way, these are Pikachu hats. And I don't know if they're available in the team store, but if they are, I want one.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say very, very cute. Stand out, big way.
I remember the sound the Pikachu made, but I better not do that. I'm not real good at it.
If you'd like to try.
No, I won't.
All right, lead-off walk, though.
It's something you don't want to see happen, especially on a bullpen day. You want to go out there and attack the strike zone, trust your defense. You've already seen 2 double plays turn in the game by the defense.
Ty France, double play in the first. Luis Torrens hit one into one in the second. Now Cal Raleigh, young catcher for the Mariners, hasn't had the best year offensively. Came up big in Oakland, and he's getting an opportunity here tonight. Number 9 hitter. Diaz starts him off with a strike, 0-1. I really enjoyed that conversation that you had with Mike, and then he was talking to a lot of the media members for like a good 15-20 minutes. And he got a chance to spend a lot of time with Jess and Beckham. Now Beckham really knows that Daddy plays baseball.
Yeah.
But I think Mike is going to come back and have an absolute monster year. Already just so excited just thinking about that. That's a little ground ball. A chopper. Is it going to stay fair? Just foul. That would have been trouble.
Real close, yeah.
That would have been a lot of trouble. That would have been a base hit. Runners at first and second, nobody out. So Diaz gets a break there. Mike Trout got so close to coming back on many different occasions. Just would get a couple of minor little things that he'd feel great, and then the next day feel that little bit of soreness in the calf. And that cycle just continued and continued to happen, frustrating him to no end. He seemed at peace. And he mentioned how important the young players are for this Angels team. Type of mentorship he can provide,
because he remembers being in that same position where he could help out at Brandon Marsh, at Joe Adell, where Torrey Hunter was here, Albert Pujols, how important they were in mentorships for Mike Trout in his development, the all-time great.
Now back to the right of Mark Gubiza. Comes back and plunks a man in the front row right on the noggin. Like right on top of the head, and he is rubbing it, and he's been given the baseball.
It is fan appreciation night.
He doesn't appreciate getting hit in the head, I could promise you. They're checking the ball for a dent. Give that man one of the giveaways. 1-2.
He's on a couple of these pitches now. It's 2 baseballs fouled straight back. You can see the frustration. A hitter knows when his timing is there. When you foul a baseball straight back, it means you're on pitches. So now might be a time. Diaz has a good changeup. Changeup, get towards the end of the bat, get another ground ball at an infielder. See if you get a double play turn. Well, a big guy, catcher, solid, good power. See if you get him out in front enough on an off-speed pitch.
One, two, line drive. That's going to be a base hit. Fraley runs well, takes third. It's now first and third, nobody out. Rowley gets just enough of that to find the outfield grass.
Anytime you see a baseball flare to the outfield, the result is the pitch is elevated. That's an elevated breaking ball. You can't flare a ball in the air on a pitch down. It's too hard to do that. Upstairs, you can. He fought it off. That's how strong he is. Yeah, it's not a line drive, but strong enough to get in the outfield.
So now trouble for Diaz and the Angels because J.P. Crawford comes up. Lakewood High School out of Long Beach having himself a great year. And he singled back at the first inning. The first pitch of the ball game off Jaime Barria, who had to leave this game with some sort of injury. It's 1-0 to Crawford. That's a ground ball. Could score a run. Could be 2. Crawford runs well, and he's safe at first. Going to get himself an RBI. It's 3-1 Angels. Mariners get on the board. Just not hit hard enough to turn 2, right?
And it's one of those tough plays, too, especially a ground ball up the middle. Fletch with a quick flip over the Rengifo, who got rid of it quickly. Crawford just runs too well, beats that one out.
Everything was flying off of Crawford there. The helmet, shin guard.
But Rengifo and Fletch did everything well on that one, but this Crawford too fast to be able to turn a double play. Just like that, Seattle responds. It gets that run back the Angels had in the second.
Ty France is up for the Mariners, number 2 hitter. He's recorded multiple hits in each of his last 4 games against the Angels. 2 of them last night. 292, 18 homers, and 68 RBI. Young first baseman, big part of the Mariners' future. Crawford can run well, but doesn't have a lot of stolen bases. There you go, 0-2 to France.
This is where you got it when you get ahead, like you did against Raleigh. You got to make a good quality pitch with 2 strikes. They're on the defensive. You got to make sure you keep that down. Look at a non-strike.
So Ohtani already got the hardest part out of the way of the cycle. Got that triple. Got it early in the game. Service is just going to walk him now. That was awesome to see Shohei running, taking that triple, pitching tomorrow. Incredible season we have witnessed from Ohtani. Incredible.
Yeah, when you put it in perspective, before the game day, we're talking about this. Shohei Ohtani was walked 11 times in the last 3 games. On the mound, last 10 starts, 9 walks. That's incredible.
Well, now we talk about any frustration he may have. He could take it out on the Mariners tomorrow afternoon. For every walk, a strikeout. Ohtani's the first player to be walked 3+ times in 3 consecutive games since Barry Bonds. And if he walks 3 times tonight, I don't want to see it happen, mind you. Only 2 other players have walked 3+ times in 4 games in a row. Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle. Got him.
Little backup type slider. Sometimes that could be effective in the upper third. Not exactly where you want to throw it normally, but a hitter sees that well. You just pull off that. You see how that front shoulder open up, pulled off on a swing for France. Frustrated, even asked home plate umpire Alan Porter, was it a strike? It got the upper part of the strike zone. That is a tough pitch to hit.
It's an interesting question to ask. Was it a strike? Oh, well, you swung at it, didn't you?
Oh, believe me, I would always say, well, didn't you swing at it?
And you missed, and it's a strike.
And here's tonight's Sunday key for the game tonight. Going a little Led Zeppelin for the fans. Thank you. Actually, it's one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs. Thank you to the fans supporting this club this entire season, coming to the ballpark. Always with a smile on their face, looking for something positive to happen.
You gave us a hint before the pregame show, and you told us that, you know, the key to the game, Hyundai key to the game would be Led Zeppelin, and you said it involves fan appreciation. And all of us stumped up here. Bunch of old guys that love Led Zeppelin couldn't get it.
Yes. It was 41 years ago today, John Bonham passed away. And Led Zeppelin, all-time rock and roll band.
Got to be careful here with Kyle Seager. Hits that a mile high, but Juan Lagares is taking charge, and he squeezes it for the final out of the inning. So Jonathan Diaz comes in, allows a run, but it's 3-1 Angels.
Covers the show like MLB Network.
Put a star by that one.
Turn on baseball's best with over 200 live games all season.
Oh my goodness!
Catch live look-ins every night on MLB Tonight.
Oh baby!
Plus breakdowns and highlights of your team, my team, every team.
And gone!
Bring home our national pastime all the time. Only on MLB Network.
And scored in the first, big part of the Angels' future, one of the great young players on this team. That's something that Mark Gubaza asked Mike Trout about, the importance of these young players for the future of the team.
Real important. Obviously they paved the way, and we got to pave the way for them. They ask a lot of questions. They listen. You know, a lot of talent between them guys in the outfield. You know, it's me, Jay Up, and Dex be able to, you know, sit down and, you know, if they do make a mistake, do something wrong with the outfielder, you know, we tell them. And they ask a lot of questions, and they learn from it.
Well, Marsh is asking all the right questions, and he's answering them as well. That was a great catch he made in the top half of the first. And the approach going the opposite way. No shift on for Brandon Marsh. So he can use the whole field.
See a left-hander, especially from that arm angle. He's going to throw a fastball, four-seamer, and cutter. It's going to be usually going to be outer half of the plate, so that's what you have to be looking, outside part of the plate, and go that way with the swing. That's what he did the first at bat.
He does not change his approach to being a leadoff guy or if he's hitting 7th in the lineup, but it's just something he absolutely loves to do. Loves the energy coming out, being the first guy up. A lot of confidence. Falls behind Anderson 1-2. Bottom of the 3rd inning and a 3-1 Angels lead over the Mariners. And there it is. There it is. That's perfect. That is just, that's a thing of beauty right there.
Just making contact. Joe Adell, his good buddy, thinking, yes, like it, contact, 2 strikes. Back-to-back cutters. This one even better for Anderson, but a nice approach and trying to punch the ball the other way. It's like you were talking about, Patrick, his ability to go the other way. Perfect.
Well, he lets the ball travel. This is a rookie, mind you, that is having the time of his life. And now Shohei Ohtani, once again, with Marsh at first, they pitch to him. First inning, a triple. One of 2 players all time, 45 homers, 20+ steals, and 6+ triples. Willie Mays in 55. Gooby, you've been mentioning that stat for a while.
Willie Mays, when you're mentioned in the same breath as Willie Mays, that's how incredible this season has been for Shohei. Oh, by the way, yeah, he's 9-2.
I mean, he's done something that only Willie Mays has done offensively, and he's pitching tomorrow looking for his 10th win. He's got 146 strikeouts. He's the only pitcher on the Angel staff with over 100+ innings. Jose Suarez could get there. It'll be tough. Now it's 2-0. Just outside, 3-0.
That's a great take. You know, early in the year, maybe you get a little over aggressive, but he's like, Joe Maddon said this so good yesterday. He says, you know what? He's taking his walks. He's not expanding the strike zone. Mike Trout even talked about it with everybody today, how he's so impressed with Shohei not expanding the strike zone, taking a walk. Mike Trout knows that feeling.
Not going to get many strikes, and he had one right there, lets it go, and now it's 3-1. Mariners have a situation here. If they walk him, it's 1st and 2nd, nobody out, trailing 3-1. Behind in the count, 3-1. Ohtani fouls that one off.
To get that in.
Have to look at that again, see where that one caught him. But every time that it does, he does something special right after it.
Yeah, he ran a little sinker in on the back foot. Remember, he hit one off his front foot yesterday. In that one game, he hit one off his front foot and his back foot, then hit a home run.
Not a lot of protection on that back foot. It's 3-2. Ohtani, it's fair. Back into the corner. Is Brandon Marsh going to score again? Is Ohtani going to get another triple? He's digging for 3rd. The throw to 3rd. He's safe. Back-to-back triples for Shohei Ohtani. And he scores Marsh again. And it's 4-1. What can he do?
Somewhere Thornton Mellon from back to school is going to triple Lindy again. Wow, back-to-back triples. By the way, he's starting tomorrow. That's incredible. Now 97 RBIs. Shohei. Unreal.
Unbelievable. And the chance of MVP starting to ring out here. Well, it's a lock.
How great is this for on Fan Appreciation Night to have Shohei Ohtani doing this at home in front of the fans? And by the way, he fouled a ball off his back foot.
It's like I said, he does something like that, and then he will do something amazing. And
then he gets out of the way. He does the Matrix. He's everywhere.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Ball just got away. Time was called. Real time.
I always think, when I watch Shohei Ohtani run, I think of Devon White. Those strides, those long, smooth strides.
in there easy. He's not even breathing hard. And Tyler Anderson's like, why don't I just walk him? We talked about this in the pregame meeting. Maybe they didn't want him in the same names with Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth. Pitch to him. Mistake. A little check swing, foul. Another opportunity now for Phil Gosselin to pick up an RBI. Nobody out. Bottom of the third inning.
97 RBIs for Shohei. Now remember, that was your wish list to get to that 100. He's getting closer, Patrick.
And runs, he should be at 97 now on runs, right?
97. This looks hoping to get number 98 here.
So 97 runs, 97 ribbies, 45 bombs, 7 triples. That was my birthday wish. 100, 145. Just if he wants to get his, 25th stolen base tonight, I will be a happy man. Already am. One, two. Line drive, base hit. The goose barrels. And another run for Ohtani. Another ribby for Phil Gosselin. And it's 5-1 Halos.
It's great to see the offense answer right back. They've had success against Tyler Anderson. The Angels ERA over 8 coming into this game with 2 starts. Shohei Ohtani able to cruise home with the 5th run. Line drive right up the middle. Phil Gosselin, how impressive has he been? Mentioned his nickname Barrels. We love to call him the Goose. Barrels. 2 RBIs tonight.
In my conversation with Brandon Marsh, he calls Phil Gosselin Mr. Dependable because he could play all over the field. He always seems to make the right decision inside with Jack Mayfield, and he flies down the line. He's a good professional baseball player. The fans got to be digging this on Fan Appreciation Night for sure. A little flare to right field for Jack Mayfield, and Phil Gosselin easily into third base. First and third, Tyler Anderson is in trouble. It's a 5-1 game. Still nobody out. It's a piece of hitting for the captain.
And it's making good contact. Looking up the first 3 innings of this game so far with an opportunity to score more. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. They were a little zone defense, a 2-1-2. They're trying to add some more runs on here. It's a bullpen getting busy for Seattle.
So for Shohei Ohtani, forgive me for continuously going back to the best player in the game and the greatest season of all time. Has there ever been a player with 2 triples in his first 2 at-bats that also has 9 wins on the season? I'll say no, but I'm wondering the last Angel to have back-to-back triples.
And that's a guy that fouled a baseball off his back foot. And you could tell he was feeling it a little bit running around the bases, but still cruised in easily for a triple, back-to-back triples.
He's just sandbagging us. So far for the Angels, they have 8 hits. 5 of the 8 hits have come with 2 strikes in the count. Anderson, one of those pitchers acquired at the deadline, doing extremely well as far as ERA. Only Scherzer, pitchers that have been traded over, better ERA with their new team. Anderson better than Barrios, barely. It's been touched up here tonight. .50 pitches here in the third. Max Stassi looking for the knockout blow. Another opportunity for Stassi, whose game last night, first extra base hit of September, first home run since August 19th. That was so big for him, Gooby.
Level swing.
Posey, what are you seeing from Tyler Anderson?
Missing a lot of spots. You're talking about some great numbers there, Patrick. You're right. I mean, in terms even of hard hits, 29%. That's 10% below MLB average. Tonight, the Angels are pretty much just barreling him. Excellent ERA with the Mariners, 3.3, as you mentioned. With the Pirates, 4.5 pretty much. And a guy that's been also very economical, 15 pitches per inning. And the last 2 starts against Boston and Oakland, 2 earned runs and 11 1/3. He found these hot halos here tonight.
Yeah, versus Oakland last time out, 7 innings. Extremely, extremely good, confident. Oh, you got to like the fight and the battle, and you're right there. You're seeing Shohei Ohtani come right at you. What did you think when he hit that second triple?
Gazelle. Coming at me. Just fun to watch him, how he turns, have the great view to see where he hits the bases, each corner.
Yeah.
Acceleration, pace, control.
Stassi draws a walk. Bases are now loaded.
And that might be it now for Anderson. I'm guessing if bullpen is ready.
That looks like the pitching coach, Pete Woodworth, heading out. Have a chat with Tyler Anderson. This could be the stall tactic, buy a little time for the bullpen.
Make sure he gets ready, because this right now, especially with Walsh, who had a good swing against Anderson his first at bat, got the ball in the air, which you're hoping to see from Walsh against the lefty here with that high ground ball percentage. Get the job done and just keep adding on. Seattle has a lot of fight in them. They will be battling back, so you got to distance yourself on the offensive side, especially with a bullpen game now for the Halos.
Yeah, you mentioned the bullpen game. Jaime Barria had to leave this game after 2 innings of work. The word we're getting is arm fatigue for Jaime Barria. So we'll have to wait and see. Jonathan Diaz came in to pitch the 3rd inning, gave up a run. Angels with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 here in the 3rd. Nobody out for Jared Walsh. And he lines that one into right field. That's going to store the goose. Another one, Jack Mayfield, 2 runs to throw to third. Stassi is in there. And it is indeed a knockout type punch for Tyler Anderson. And 2 knocks already for Jared Walsh.
And you got to feel great for Walsh, the all-star of this season, for having those type of swings against a left-handed pitcher, driving in a couple runs here, getting another baseball in the air. Sat on it, level, and on the line. Timing was perfect, catching that baseball out in front. 88 RBIs now on the season for Walsh. Getting closer to 90 for the season.
Just great to see him get that done against a lefty. That'll do it for Anderson. We have a pitching change. Yohan Ramirez coming in.
Bottom of the 9th, and here's the pitch. Line drive. It is out of here!
The only pitch that matters is the next one. When it comes to your health, what you do next matters most. If you're experiencing erectile dysfunction, connect with a healthcare professional to see if treatment is right for you through Roman, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Behold, the Tree Dasher by Allbirds. The planet's first proper running shoe, made from natural materials like, well, trees. Mile after mile after mile. The Tree Dasher keeps your feet going while reducing your carbon footprint. Break a sweat, not the planet. Allbirds.
Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own it. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. by Jack in the Box. Try the new $6.99 club sandwich combos only at Jack in the Box and by your local Southern California Cadillac dealers. Having some fun tonight at the Big A. Fan Appreciation Night. And what's not to appreciate what we have seen so far? New pitcher replacing Tyler Anderson is Yohan Ramirez.
Boy, some great swings, Patrick, throughout this, and some patient at bats, getting himself in the counts where he could sit on a pitch. He had a pitcher coming in the game, threw about 74% fastballs. So good swings, great results.
Brandon Marsh led off this inning with a single, then the second triple of the night for Ohtani. Single for Gosselin, single for Mayfield, walk to Stassi, Jared Walsh with an RBI, 2 RBI single. And it's 7-1. Nice to see the offense bust out for a change. One and one to Juan Lagares. Luis Rengifo is on deck. He homered back in the second. Lagares hit into a double play just prior to that. First and third for Lagares. 2-1 count.
Trying to get a pitch he could hit in the air, get another run home.
It's 2-2.
Ramirez will throw a slider a ton of times on a 2-2 count against a right-handed batter, so that's what you're going to try to get and just punch it to right field. Look, Juan Lagares has been real good as far as using that part of the field effectively to drive in runs and get hits.
Two. Now a full count. Lagares, an excellent outfielder. Made this team to be that fourth outfielder. Ended up getting significant playing time due to all the injuries. Definitely see him being in the mix for 2022.
Very versatile, has played all 3 outfield positions and very well.
Full count.
There's some souvenirs in the stands for the fans today on Fan Appreciation Night.
Great crowd on hand here tonight. Team photo giveaway courtesy of Bally Sports West. First 14,000 fans received that photo. We have close to 22,000 fans here, just eyeball test. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lagares goes down. It's 1 away here in the third.
There are a number of sliders that went with a 4-seam fastball at 94. Got it by Juan Lagares for a strikeout. Dropping the wrist, it's going to run inside. 4-seam action.
So here's Luis Rengifo, switch hitter, homered from the right side of the plate against the lefty Tyler Anderson. He got for us from the left side. Oh, that got through Seager. Everybody safe.
Ball was hit hard by Rengifo, and that's a good decision. I mean, you're up 7-1. Max Stassi's at third base. He doesn't know how far away that's going to get away from Seager with that arm of J.B. Crawford. If you freeze on the line drive, which you're going to do to begin with, because he's trying to get that ball in the air, it's off the end of the glove. As a base runner, you're freezing. And then Crawford was right there right away. There could have been a play at the plate. Said you got a chance now with the base low to see if Fletch can get a good swing here. It's been a while for Fletch to really square up a baseball. It'd be a good time to do that.
Yeah, Seager had something else on his mind right there, unable to make that catch. Fletcher takes strike one. Bases loaded, one away. The 7-1 Angels lead over the Mariners.
A couple good swings tonight, though, for Rengifo. A home run and a line drive there. Showing power. You know, he's got the speed in the game as far as running. It's a line drive.
Rengifo got that batting average just over the Mendoza line. 2-0-1 right now. Let's keep it going. Always has a smile on his face, Luis Rengifo. David Fletcher's had a tough month of September.
Ooh, we got a hanging breaking ball right there. It's that sound, that microphone right behind home plate.
I thought you were going to talk to somebody to have that moved, no? I hear it in my left side of my headset. Or is that where you hear yours?
I wish it was only there. Both ears. Lots of rock concerts too. It brought me back to a Black Sabbath concert.
You saw Sabbath? Did he go? Oh, he did. Ramon De Jesus rings up Fletcher, 2 away.
Boy, Fletcher's usually really good as far as holding up on a swing.
What do you think?
And that's a tough angle. I don't know if he did here. This is a better shot at it. Yeah, I think so. Yep. That's so hard to stop a swing like that on a breaking ball too. And it doesn't happen too often where Fletch doesn't make contact or expands the strike zone out of the strike zone. But that's a good call. De Jesus over first base.
Bringing up the red hot Brandon Marsh, 2 for 2, single in the first, single in the third, scored on both of Shohei Ohtani's triples. If you're just joining us. And he also took away a home run in the first inning. Mitch Haniger to the wall. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Bases loaded. It's 0-1. Yohan Ramirez coming in relief of Tyler Anderson. Let's show you the catch one more time. And I spoke to Marsh about taking a home run back. And is he going to get one? And he gets one tonight. That was going to go very close.
Oh, that's definitely going under the yard. But the thing is, he gets back there so relaxed. Incredible.
Played high school football, had offers to play in college, but he said he reads the ball in the air as if he was a wide receiver. If it's the football, that's the route he's taken on those long fly balls to take it away. Oh, that one gets away. It hits him. It hits him, and he's on base, and he gets an RBI.
And it gives Shohei Ohtani another chance to swing the bat here.
With the bases loaded, mind you. Now this inning is getting away from the Mariners. It's 8-1.
Right on the top of his foot, even though he has that padding on the foot and the shin area, that's right on the toe.
5-run inning. Ohtani comes up again. Marsh had let it off way back when. Let's see it into that corner again for another triple. Let's see it. Woo. Oh, the oohs and the ahs from the crowd.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking about a triple on that one.
Ohtani's done just about everything this year and in his career but hit a grand slam. Nowhere to put him. 1-1 to Shohei Ohtani, who has 2 triples, 2 runs scored in the game, and he's pitching tomorrow.
He's 3 RBIs away from 100.
So far, other than that first pitch, last 2, Ramirez wants no part of Ohtani here. One swing of the bat, Gooby crack that century mark for Ribbies. Let's get it. I think they'd rather walk him and score a run than pitch to him. It's already 8-1. What's another run? It's probably what Service is thinking. In that case, give him something to hit. Let him swing the bat.
We're going to go through another series of signs.
What's the sign for I want no part of this?
Slider in the dirt.
3-1, 2 away, bases loaded.
Wow. You know what? Romero sees that fastball. He got it by him. He's going to feel good about that. And Shohei will be ready for this fastball. He just pulled off. You see how he just pulled off just enough. His adjustment both on the mound and the batter's box so quick. I'd love to see another fastball here.
You want the fastball, or is he going slider? Full count, bases loaded. Walked him. That's another RBI. And the boos ring out, but that was an entertaining at bat, even on the swings and misses.
3 RBIs now on the night, 98 on the season for Shohei. Hey, we're only in the 3rd inning, by the way. So he might have a few more bats, or potentially Joe Maddox could give him a chance to take a breather with him on the mound tomorrow afternoon.
I'd be okay with that after maybe, I just want a few more. Just tack on just to make sure. By that I mean runs, and maybe just one more AB or 2. What would you do?
I might give him one more at bat, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Because I want to see him. You know, Seattle, they're not going to go away. And it's a significant lead, but they're not going away. It's early in the game, so you want to keep adding on. But you'd love to see Shohei be ready. We're on that bump tomorrow.
Phil Gosselin takes the fastball right down the middle. Gosselin, RBI ground out in the 1st. Earlier in this inning, RBI single. Great piece of hitting. 45 RBI on the season. Falls behind. 0-2. 2 outs, 6-run inning here in the 3rd. Rengifo, Marsh, Ohtani. All the bags covered here in the 3rd inning. Ramirez, 0-2. Gosselin to center field. Kelnick, it falls in front of him. 1 run scores. Another run scores. 2 knocks in the inning and another 2 RBI for the Goose. Just had to get it in, Gooby.
Yeah, he is loose.
I asked for a couple of more.
Yes.
Marsh, Rengifo come in. Let's clean up this scorebook here a little bit. Barrels.
Boy, just staying through the baseball. What a night for Phil Gosselin. He's looking in because he had to go stumbling back to second base on the throw at the base by Kelnick.
He has fun playing baseball. He's having so much fun, so much joy that he has with the game, doing everything.
And you know, we've been talking to a number of different members from the Japanese media, and we're saying, what do you think the biggest difference is? He's enjoying himself. He's healthy first and foremost, but he's really showing his personality. What's that sound again?
Jack Mayfield, I'm getting used to it.
I feel it's a drum solo from John Bonham back in the day.
Has to be the greatest rock drummer of all time.
Yeah, that's some serious drumming.
It's like It was like Bonham or Keith Moon.
Yeah, I'm always going John Bonham.
Yeah, I know you are. Mayfield pops that one up. First base, Ty France squeezes it, and the misery ends for the Seattle Mariners. Not before the Halos put up an 8 spot and lead 11-1.
Nerds. Oh, thanks. So I can.
No, I got it.
Sweet unholy cobalt. Is Brad's card better than mine? Better sign-up bonus? Better travel perks? Is that how Brad took that trip to Barcelona? Wait, Barcelona? Barcelona?
Steve, I got it on NerdWallet.
Ah. You said all that out loud.
Want a better credit card? We've got you. From the best rates to the best rewards, for all your credit card questions, turn to the nerds.
You spend 1/3 of your life in bed. That's why at Bull & Branch, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. Our bedding is 100% organic, toxin-free, and fair trade certified. It makes a difference you'll feel and offers a better way to live in this world. Start with our best-selling signature sheets made to get softer with every wash. Visit bullandbranch.com.
Every Angels home game in 2022 with season seats. For more information on becoming a season seat holder, call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/season seats. It's been an awesome night so far for these Angels fans here on Fan Appreciation Night. 11-1 Halos after 8 in the bottom of the third. Everyone involved. Shohei Ohtani leading the way. Brandon Marsh.
11 runs, 11 hits. It's Yo 11.
What's that from? Ocean's 11? Oh, okay.
A little dice game.
I gotcha. Sorry, Streets of Philly. Back alley. Remind me not to play with you. I have a feeling I would be losing. Angels winning tonight. That's all that matters. After losing a tough one, they've been battling these playoff-bound teams. Well, Seattle trying to get there. Houston, big win. That's a ground ball. Mitch Haniger, when he fell into the dirt, and Walsh unable to scoop that one. He's 6. Kind of just want to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, this is one of the times now where you really got to keep that concentration level to the highest level. You want to make an impression. You want to make solid plays defensively. The tough throw. Jared Walsh so good on the scoop, but that's one of those tough ones. That's a tough hop.
It's in between. It's a little too far out. Rengifo, I think that we have seen the throws, the accuracy for Rengifo. We've seen the bat coming through. That's ground ball. That could be 2. Diaz stabs it to Rengifo to make a man's double play. That's how you do it. Nice play by Diaz there.
Yeah,
fielding his position.
And not only getting that, but feeding Rengifo right at the bag with a good firm throw at a level where he can catch it and get rid of it quickly. Nice play. The feed. It's right around the letters, so you get rid of the baseball quicker as a shortstop at the bag. Easy 1-6-3 double play. Third double play turn by the Halos tonight. Remember, the Angels had a game against the Yankees earlier this year, turned 5 double plays and had 5 stolen bases. So already 3 double plays turned in this game.
And 2 triples, so 1 more triple maybe. It's a little ground ball. Jack Mayfield in to get Toro at first to end the inning. So what started out a little tricky, Diaz settles things down. And end of the 4th, going to the 5th. Bottom 4, excuse me. Angels Baseball and Valley Sports is brought to you by Morongo Resort Casino and Spa, and by the California Lottery. Play Scratchers. A little play can make your day. Shohei Ohtani making everybody's day here tonight. 2 triples and a walk. 3 RBI, 2 runs scored. And I'll tell you what, that 3rd inning in the book, Gooby, how do you do it? You move over into the 4th inning on your scorebook, and then now you have to go back.
You just cross out that 4th inning and just keep marking down. Okay, the 4th or the 5th would be down to 4th. Just work your way all the way over there. You love to see that from the Halo side of it.
13 Angels hitters come to the plate in that 3rd inning. Head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Justice Sheffield. We've seen Justice trying to serve up some strikeouts against the Angels as a starter. He's working in relief. Oh, he's got those excellent cleats. Max Stassi is now up. It's 0 for 1. He walked back in that 3rd inning.
The Sheffield's fastball is 91-94. Slider changeup.
You see the Cardinals won again. 15.
That's almost like saying, you know, the sky was blue here today in California the way he's going. The Cardinals are unbelievable.
Incredible.
They even were behind this for a second, and then you look up, they've been crushing the baseball.
They're actually like 6.5 back now of the Brewers. I mean, the division's probably over, certainly. Milwaukee's like, wait a second.
As they call him out in St. Louis, Goldschmidt has been, Paul Goldschmidt has been unbelievably hot right now, driving the ball all over the park.
Arenado, Tyler O'Neill. 11-1, 11 runs, 11 hits for the Angels. In a game that Jaime Barria had to leave due to arm fatigue. Saw a note from Angels PR that he was going tonight on 4 days rest. He had gone on 5 days rest in prior starts. And the question we were asking before is, how long is Shohei Ohtani going to stay in this game? Pitching tomorrow Full count now to Stassi. Feel a little more comfortable 11-1 than 9-1. Wouldn't mind seeing one more AB. I think tomorrow, hopefully, we'll cement any further conversation about who the MVP is.
That conversation's already over. He's the MVP.
Stassi, center field. It's that one a mile high. Jared Kelnick is there for out number 1. So this is fan appreciation night, but also some team honors were given out for the Angels. The Nick Adenhart Award to the best pitcher, and also the Angels MVP award winner. And Shohei Ohtani, Gooby gets both.
Now, how often do you see that for a team?
Never. I think is the answer to that.
I mean, it's incredible what Shohei has done, and all the employees from the Angels organization being honored before the game. That's great when the Angels do that for their service and what they've done for the comfort for all the fans coming to the ballpark and to make it such an enjoyable event every single night.
Jared Walsh now up, and he hits that one well. Maybe sounded a little bit too good for me, and that's an out. First time Walsh has been retired tonight after a couple of knocks.
And that's 3 good at-bats against left-handed pitching where he's hit the ball hard in the air. That's good to see from Walsh.
Regarding all the Angels employees being recognized tonight, how cool also for them when Shohei went down the line and gave each and every single one of them a little fist pound.
Yeah, they're talking about a thrill for them.
It shows you just how gracious Ohtani is. He gets it through and through. Juan Lagares now up. Ball 1. Luis Rengifo would be on deck. See what Joe Madden has in store regarding Ohtani. Ground ball. That's base hit for Lagares. 2-out knock.
It's good to see Juan Lagares join the hit parade tonight.
12th hit of the night. Rengifo can make it a nice baker's dozen here. Having himself a good night at the plate. Did have an error, but was picked up, turned a double play behind Jonathan Diaz, who's in relief for Jaime Barria. It averaged up to 201. Back to the right side of the plate, switch hitter.
Like seeing that from Rengifo not going after that down and in breaking ball. It's homer from this side of the plate, left center, and a line drive base hit off the glove of Seager at third from the left side.
Keep seeing glimpses of excellence from Rengifo. Every once in a while, just a little letdown. Makes you wonder if he could be your everyday shortstop. But when he's good, he is really, really good. 2-0, 2 out. 3-0. David Fletcher on deck. 11-1. 8-run bottom of the 3rd inning. How about the Yankees taking the first 2 in Boston in that series?
Yeah, and a big game tomorrow night. Toronto winning today too, so this is a big game for Seattle. They're down by 10 here. You have the Yankees winning, Toronto winning.
Ball 4. Rengifo has been on base all 3 times. A homer, a single, and now a walk. It's first and second, 2 out. David Fletcher coming up. Shohei Ohtani still in the dugout. You're wondering if you could potentially see him here this inning. Fletcher up the middle. Toro was there to Crawford. Ends the inning. Sheffield does his job, and the Angels lead 11-1.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have a
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you. And you can bring your friends.
Diamond 6 presented by Coors Light. Pick game winners correctly and win Major League cash. Go to the Bally Sports app and play today. Alongside Mark Gubaza and Jose Mota, Patrick O'Neill here with you. Having an absolute blast. Fan Appreciation Night, second to last home game of 2021. And tomorrow afternoon, if you are not here at the Big A, and if you can get here, $3 tickets. Shohei Ohtani's on the hill. It's I don't know, it's a must-see game. I always look at who's pitching. Well, how about the best hitter in the game is also pitching tomorrow?
Looking to get the double figures in W's. Trying to get to 150 strikeouts on the season. He got 146 punch-outs this season.
Absolutely mind-boggling what he has done. Luis Torrens grounds that to Rengifo, looking for a strong throw. A little wide, but gets the out. Out number one. Jonathan Diaz continues to stay in the ball game.
5 ground ball outs so far for Diaz.
It's excellent to hear. You mentioned his spot start, his MLB debut. Second game here for the Angels. Seem to be settled in just nicely. Just fine.
Most important thing, could be in position to pick up his first Major League W.
Enter the game in the third inning. Jaime Barria left with arm fatigue. Fraley fouls that one left side. Jack Mayfield over. Oh, that's a nice grab. Out number 2. The captain, thank you very much.
Covering some ground. See where he's playing in the shift. He's playing shortstop. Under control, getting there towards the short wall, makes a nice play.
See, that kid's never took his eye off the ball. I would be looking to make sure I'm not going to crash into the wall, of course. There you go. We're seeing Jack Mayfield and Luis Rengifo coming up with a couple of big outs here. In the top of the 5th, an 11-1 Angels lead. Catcher Cal Raleigh is now up. 9th hitter for the Mariners, who took game 1 of this series. The last 23 road games, Gooby, they're 18-5 on the road. They've won 6 straight overall. playing with a ton of confidence, and they've been blindsided here tonight.
Yeah, especially with that energy level they had to have to be able to hold on to the lead last night. That was a good back and forth game. They were able to hold on and pick up the W and put pressure on the teams ahead of them in the wild card race. But the Angels today just came out with their hitting shoes, and everything has gone extremely well.
0-2, 2 outs. It's 1-2. Shohei Ohtani would be due up second in the bottom of the 5th inning. Should we see him for one more at bat in an 11-1 game? Everybody hopes so. He's done absolutely no wrong in this ball game so far. 2 triples, a walk, 3 RBI, foul back. Angels hit the road for the final 6.
I think Ken French was ready to make that play next door. He was ready.
And he's always ready.
Well, we know how he knows demos for the Ducks. He's making some saves on some slap shots.
He would be getting out of the way, trust me. This could end the inning. It does. Nice job by Jonathan Diaz. Will we see Ohtani? Stay there.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
MLB Central is the best way to start the day during the pennant chase.
You didn't hear?
Good morning, America. Get your first update on every race.
Let's start slow and then blow people's minds.
Watch MLB Central, weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
On one, Brandon Marsh. What box? Yeah, near that box. He used to go out there and defend, go inside out, and Anderson going, wow, I thought I made a good pitch. Nope. He stayed with it, got some nice spin on it, and then protection mode with that cutter outside. Yeah, just outside the box, which is okay. Sometimes it gets called, sometimes it doesn't. But it does not hurt a Gooby to think protection with 2 strikes and not go back to the dugout thinking, boy, 1 ball away or not, 1 baseball away or not. Protection seems to work a lot better. That's great proof right there.
Yeah, with his speed, Jose, this contact being made. I mean, the power is going to develop, I think, for him going forward in his career. But utilizing that speed, making contact, hitting the ball to all fields is going to make him that much better of a player.
Well, we got the flow. We're missing the Joe. Probably going to be missing the rest of this season, Joe Adell. And the future, Jose, with Adell, Marsh, Trout back. You see Lagares in that outfield maybe next year?
Hopefully. He won't get too expensive. I know there's going to be a lot of eyes on Lagares because his price went up, since last offseason. Had a great winter ball. Perry Menashe identified him well and early in spring training. And so we're going to have this guy. Minor league deal. Ends up making the team. Hopefully he's back. I know he likes playing here. And with the athleticism, he's going to be around. As you mentioned, Odell, Marsh, Trout, who else? It should be a lot of fun. And run prevention, Gooby. Run prevention in this ballpark. Huge with the outfielders.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing now. That allows your pitching staff to be aggressive throwing strikes, run prevention as outfielders is huge.
Thank you, Jose. Brandon Marsh, 2 hits. Also hit by a pitch. Scored 3 runs as an RBI. It's 1-2. Shohei Ohtani is on deck, having a monster game. Marsh's batting average is up to 264. Way upstairs from Justice Sheffield's 2-2. Mike Trout obviously considers himself, as he should, as the starting center fielder next year. A lot of question, though, whether or not it would be more prudent to have Mike Trout in a corner outfield, the way Brandon Marsh, assuming he continues his progression. I don't think Mike Trout, though, necessarily is thinking in those terms.
No, Mike Trout is thinking about what he could do to have this team back in contention in October. And that's wherever that's going to be. And Mike Trout, he just, in that conversation today, you could see it in his face. He goes, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this team to that next level. And when you see that with a superstar player, you just start to feel that confidence.
We're starting to see the confidence from rookie Brandon Marsh. Draws a walk, fell behind in the count. Another excellent at-bat, reached base all 4 times. Got for our Arco top-tier plays. Shohei Ohtani, not 1, but 2 triples, Gooby, on the ball game.
Incredible speed. This way he cuts the corners on the bases to create a shorter angle to the bag. 7 triples this season, 3 RBIs total in the game. This is a triple now after he fouled a pitch off his back foot and still slides in there with a triple. Remember, Sheffield, I remember in Seattle, threw a pitch up and in on Shohei and hit him on the hand or wrist area. So he pitches inside a lot.
No Angel has ever had 3 triples in a game. Ohtani on the bump tomorrow, looking for win number 10. Looking to tie the major league lead in home runs as well. Still at 46 for Guerrero Jr., Salvador Perez.
So a couple pitches upstairs, break the ball, fastball upstairs. Sheffield pitches inside very effectively against left-handed batters, and it's an account where he probably will try to challenge Shohei inside, maybe off the plate with a fastball.
Two 2-0. Brandon Marsh at first base, just as we have seen in this game. Ohtani's tripled both times to score. Captain Caveman. Boos ring out.
And he did hit Shohei with a pitch back in May 2nd, up and in.
Does he walk him again? Indeed he does. So that is 13 walks in the last 4 games. That ties a Major League Baseball record held by Babe Ruth, 1930. Bryce Harper, 2016. The outlier, Gooby, Yasmani Grandal, this year. 13 walks in 4 games.
And Mike Trout was talking about this today. He goes, you know what? Joe, man, the same thing. On-base percentage increasing with these walks. That even makes it more of an incredible resume on his offensive side. Joe Maddon's thinking right now, at some point, when do I give Shohei a chance to prepare mentally and physically for his start tomorrow with a lead like this? I know we all want to see him in the game as fans.
Yeah. Well, I want to see him get to 100 runs. And the 7 games remaining after tonight to get to 100 ribbies, to get to 25 steals, to put up the greatest season ever.
Is it 98 runs scored?
98 RBI. So 2 away. So how many times has an Angel scored 100 runs and knocked in 100 RBI. It's happened 13 times. Trout's done it 3 times. Troy Gloss 2 times. Another great list of Angels, including Wally, Bobby Bonds. Kingfish did it. Don Baylor, Dan Ford, Ersty.
Boy, Tim Salmon, by the way, could really set up pitchers. And he would sit on breaking pitches at times. If you had a real good break a ball, he would let the fastball go and sit on a break a ball and have good contact.
Phil Gosselin's had a great night. So players with 45 home runs and 25 stolen bases in a single season. We've shown you this list before. Hasn't happened since 2006 in Alfonso Soriano. Chipper Jones, Canseco, recent Hall of Famer Larry Walker, Barry Bonds. We would take a double steal here, but
you're not going to be stealing 11-1 here now, though.
Of course not.
It's pretty comfortable not thinking about a stolen base. Sheffield having a real tough time commanding the strike zone here.
Eric Swanson is already heated up for the Mariners to come in should Sheffield lose. Gosselin has had a great game himself. Does just that to load up the bases with nobody out. This one's getting out of hand. Here it is, Gooby, players with 45 homers and 25 stolen bases. Now you add on the steals, the triples. Now 7 already for Ohtani. That just leaves 1 player in Willie Mays, but still this is impressive.
Yeah, very impressive list to be on there with for Shohei. Just that 1 stolen base away from that spot. On the mound tomorrow, you never know with Shohei. He's homered while he's pitched, and he has stolen a base, and he's also had some bunt hits while he's pitched. I just love the fact he is having so much fun.
It looks like Scott Service is leaving this up to Justice Sheffield, who's walked everybody so far in this inning. Bring up Jack Mayfield here. Bases loaded once again. 11-1 ball game. We're 2-0. Swanson, the righty, is ready to come in this ball game. Should he be called upon, which could likely happen. Sheffield's having a tough time. Marsh at third, Ohtani at second. Gosselin at first. 2-0 for Jack Mayfield. Has a grand slam this year.
Well, the hardest thing, Patrick, to throw a strike is when you start aiming the baseball. It's so hard to do that.
Feel for him right now, right? I mean, he's even shaking his head. He's
a great competitor.
Yeah.
But it's so hard when you're aiming the baseball to throw a strike. You got to think almost, hey, I'm just playing catch with my catcher here and not try to aim it. And then you don't get a borderline pitch.
So that's 16 balls and only 3 strikes in this inning, and he walks in. It's another run scored for Brandon Marsh. 4 on the night for him, and that's going to do it for Justice Sheffield. Scott Service comes in. It's a 12-1 Angels lead, and the bases remain full. Pitching change.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you.
and you can bring your friends.
Mobile coverage cam. Fan appreciation night here at the Big A. Saturday night fireworks, and yeah, we have seen some fireworks offensively from this entire Halo Ball Club tonight. 12-1, they lead here in the bottom of the 5th against the Seattle Mariners that have won 6 games in a row. It's the longest winning streak in the American League. Not going to touch what the Cardinals are doing. We have a pitching change. Bases are loaded. The right-hander Eric Swanson comes in unenviable position. The base is juiced. It's 32nd game of the year. 9 earned runs charged to Tyler Anderson. This could be a big number against Justice Sheffield. If Swanson can't pick him up here. Let's try to limit the damage, I suppose, Goody. And Max Stassi comes up.
Yeah, Swanson, pretty good running fastball, 90-97 slider. First pitch he threw with Stassi was a slider and a changeup.
It's one of those times as a hitter, you're just looking to see if you can just continue a good swing path you have going so far. And Stassi had a real good swings last night, trying to pick up an RBI or 2 here.
Hit in the air to right field. Haniger coming over. It's a foul ball. Haven't seen too many games like this. Runaways for the Angels in a difficult year. Sitting 73 and 81, they'd have to win out just to avoid a 6th straight losing season. Another year missing the playoffs. I know that the fans are frustrated. And, you know, I like to spin it positive because we have seen something that we've never seen in Shohei Ohtani. Just remarkable to be able to witness that. Yeah, sure, frustrated. It didn't go the Angels' way. Mike Trout got injured. Anthony Rendon got injured. Get these guys back for next year. Make some changes. Bring in some pitching. And the time, you know, 2022, Joe Madden has said, we need help. We need starting pitching. Yeah. He's not used to this. He wants to win. They want to win next year.
And that's the focus going into the wintertime and in the spring training. That will be the focus. We're finishing strong here. Certainly a good start here the way the team has been swinging the bat tonight.
1-2 to Stassi. Bases loaded. Pops that one straight up in the air.
It'll be an infield fly.
Rowley's able to put that one away for the first out. The bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to bring up Jared Walsh. He's had a couple of knocks tonight, a couple of ribbies. Hits righties extremely well. Great opportunity to drive in a couple of runs here. Some big numbers. 27 homers, 88 RBI, 30 doubles for the All-Star first baseman. Nearly perfect fielding percentage. And he's swinging at the first pitch, and he hits that one well. Kelnick is on his horse, off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are coming in right now, safe at the plate. It's 14-1. Ohtani scores his 99th run of the season. The Angels have just broken this thing open.
What a game, a great swing. Again, another baseball hit hard in the air by Jared Walsh. Belt-high fastball right through the baseball. to the wall in center field, driving in 2 more. He's hit the ball hard all night long. Thought that had a chance to get out for a grand slam. When we had a grand slam early in the season against
the Yankees.
Aroldis Chapman in New York.
Gosselin also scores. The night. It's 4 RBI. 14 runs. Ties a season high in runs. Juan Lagares looking to set a season mark here. His runs charged to Sheffield. He's still responsible for Mayfield, third base, and 1 away. 14 runs, 13 hits for the Angels. Exit velo on that Walshy shot to the wall. What do you think? 108, 106. Hit that one.
He's on that one. He crushed it.
103.5. I always shoot a little high. These are our guys.
103.5. Is that the coast? I know we're exactly 3 months away from Christmas today.
Oh, when do you start playing your Christmas music on 103.5? Huh, Goofy? Tell me you at least wait till Thanksgiving.
No.
Oh, man. When you go into when you're at the mall shopping and it's Halloween and they got the Christmas music going, it's too early.
You know, I'm still okay.
Is this a touchy subject for you?
I just love the music. It's me happy. Happy zone.
What do you play in the Gubaza household Christmas music wise?
Bing Crosby's always a good one. And my favorite one really is Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
Yes.
Little Drummer Boy. Yes, love that.
You're really throwing it back old school. That's like from '77. Lagares goes down, swinging, and 2 outs. If you're going to go down, that's the way to do it.
Big game for Rengifo. Just like Walt and Marsh at the top, and Walsh. Rengifo home run, single, walk.
Two 2-0. David Fletcher is on deck. Angels also scored 14 runs against Baltimore. Late August, 14-8 victory. Joe Adell with a big game. 4 RBI in that one. We miss you, Joe. Get well soon. 2-1. Can't help but be excited from what we saw from Joe Adell. If you could just summarize what you like best about what we saw from young Joe Adell.
Really, the improvements on the defensive side. That's the first and foremost for me, is consistency with knowing the strike zone well, the power's there, the speed going down the line. Some of those times ground balls going down the line at over 30.3 feet per second down the line. Elite speed down the line, but still showing the power. Remember that blast he had a grand slam in Detroit, talked about. So the power, the speed, but the defense really catching up with the other parts of his game. And the energy he brings. I've been loving the energy he's been bringing to the ballpark when he was in the lineup.
It's so important to have that energy. And we saw it from Seattle last night, but you're looking to build a foundation, a winning team. That's important as Rengifo hits that to right field. Chaniger is able to get that one. He hit that one well, but the inning comes to a close. Angels tack on 3 more.
Nerds. Have new money goals this year? NerdWallet can help make them happen. Like getting auto insurance to match your new 0-mile commute? We have tools for that. Want to refinance your mortgage and put those savings into the college fund? We have tips for that too. Or get a low-interest credit card for your long-awaited honeymoon? We can help you find the one. Credit card, that is. Discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
Allbirds worships the ground you run on. because it's the only ground we've got. That's why we're focused on natural materials with supernatural abilities. Things like eucalyptus fiber that wick sweat, dry quick, breathe easy, and fit great the natural way.
Angels family, for 60 years you have welcomed Angels baseball into your lives, whether a fan from the start or new to the team. We thank you for your support this season.
Yes, thank you so much. Sticking with this club. Big crowd here tonight.
Huge.
I love to see that. Fireworks after the game, fireworks during the game.
Big thank you to you as well, Gooby.
Oh, great job, Patrick. It's been a blast, my man.
Oh, huge. Our Christmas song conversation got some interest. I think, all right, November 1st, sure. Get it going. You're just pumped for Halloween. It's a quick turnaround for you from Halloween to getting your Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas deal on. You're just spirited, pal.
It's one of the games you just love, this type of game today where you're seeing the guys nice and relaxed, great swings at the plate. Diaz putting himself in position to potentially pick up his first major league win. Hopefully Jaime Barria is okay. Left with fatigue in his throwing arm.
Yeah, Jonathan Diaz done a great job. In line to pick up a victory. And it would be a shocker if he didn't. In a 14-1 Angels lead. Season high 8 runs in the third. Batted around. Crawford to Rengifo. Shortstop throws out another. One down. As far as the Angels entire pitching staff this season, we talked about 64 players being used, a new team high, and dealing with COVID. A lot of teams have had to kind of go through this. But if you look at the starters, Shohei Ohtani is basically the only guy from the original 6. And then you look at the bullpen, like 2 or 3 guys from the original group that they had out there. There's been so much turnaround in his pitching staff. Not to sound like a broken record in regards to that. And fans out there, a record used to be the thing that you would put a needle on and play Goobie's favorite Christmas music. But I wonder how much turnaround we will see for this entire staff. Now, Alex Cobb, free agent. We all agree that we'd like to see something worked out. I heard Cobber talk about that on Angels radio, saying he wants to come back.
Yeah, he definitely does. And this all of our conversations with him and how important he is. Joe Madden was talking about that yesterday also. Not only competing on the mound, but being a great example for the young pitchers on your staff.
And he knows how to pitch.
Yes.
He's a veteran guy that wants to go out there and compete. I could see him for sure as a 4 or 5 on this team. And you have Ohtani, the way he's pitching, as solid number one, 1A. You know, he's going to have to pitch once a week.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting seeing going forward for Shohei Ohtani. He's had such an unbelievable season, both on the mound, the plate, on the bases, fielding his position. Doesn't seem like he's slowing down at all. Everyone will say, well, the second half, the home run total. Well, he hasn't really got a lot of pitches to hit. He got a little bit more pull happy, but still, you're seeing some really good swings against a tough lefty tonight. And Tyler Anderson, he had 2 triples.
2 down, Ty France flies out to center field. We have a pinch hitter. Dylan Moore comes in for Kyle Seager. Mariners might be emptying their bench.
This is something we haven't seen in a long time. A beach ball looks like out in the outfield.
We're allowed to show a beach ball on the field.
That used to be something that happened a lot here.
Oh, he popped it. Ooh. You had to cover a lot of ground. Do we have a sprint speed on that? We're going to have to go with average, I think. Who else on this Angels pitching staff I think we will see for next year? Just to continue that conversation. Even though we have 2 outs and we could have 3. And that does it. Goobie's like, you know what? I didn't really want to answer that question.
I like the out.
Imagine a world where we have the tools to sell things that mean something. Like a sunscreen made for melanated skin that blends in. Prove that things don't have to be the way that they've always been. The world's been waiting for what you do.
Nerds! Have new money goals? NerdWallet can help you find the credit card to make them happen. Want to earn enough points for a weekend of fancy camping? We have options for that. Maybe have a better credit card than your older sister. We have comparison tools for that. Or find a card that lets you donate your cash back to food banks. We have tips for that too. From low rates to the best rewards, easily discover and compare the smartest credit cards. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
In this game, and Kia is going to show you Angels offense, 14 runs, season high, hits 13, season high was 19, both done August 24th at Baltimore, also 8 runs in that 3rd inning. That is a season high outright.
Real good balance in the lineup. Goose, Dalen tonight, driving in 4. Walshy, crushing the baseball. 3 hits. Marshy. On base 4 times, couple hits, 4 runs scored.
He's having himself a great game. David Fletcher is now up. Brandon Marsh is on deck. We have a new pitcher in Sean Doolittle. New first baseman for the Mariners, and Dylan Moore. Excuse me, a 3rd baseman, Dylan Moore. Ty France remains at first base. And Bowers is at first base. Note to self, Patrick, in 14-1 games. Keep your head up, keep your head on a swivel. It's a ground ball. David Fletcher Rounds out. First out of the inning. You didn't tell me when I came to work today we'd score 14 runs.
We had a bullpen coach back when I first came up, Jim Schaefer. He goes, you know what? 15 runs, airtight defense, and you'll take your chances every night on the mound, won't you? I said, oh, yes. So 14 runs here tonight with some good defense and taking your chances.
Brandon Marsh. I think you probably could look at maybe a full month of Mark Gubba's on the hill. You might have gotten 14 runs total back in the day. No disrespect to those great Kansas City Royals teammates of yourself. You just said, I only need one.
But I did prefer 15, though. I'll take 13, 14, 15 every time. Take my chances.
I don't always score 14 runs. But when I do, I prefer 15.
Yes. There's some interesting games today, too. Yeah, the Oakland beating Houston, and Shohei Ohtani's going to get another at-bat.
Surprised?
It's the communication between Shohei Ohtani and Joe Maddon. He might be telling Joey he'd like to get one more at-bat.
Let's see how Brandon Marsh works out of this. 0-2. He's having himself a great ball game. You mentioned Tim Salmon. He had a conversation with Brandon Marsh about, hunting your pitch, particularly with runners in scoring position. Nobody on now, one away. Just the youngster just battling. Really is impressive.
It's a pretty good swing on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He's hitting against a pitcher that's had a lot of success in big moments, even though it's a 14-1 game. Sean Doolittle's been a very effective pitcher throughout his career. So this is a challenge for Marsh against him.
Got him swinging. 2 away for Shohei Ohtani. Triple in the first. RBI. Another look.
Pretty nasty breakable off the 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Triple in the third. RBI. A walk in the third. RBI and a walk in the fifth. Scored 3 runs. The crowd is on their feet. They got the wave going.
Seeing the wave going. There's a lot of fans here at the ballpark today. Love that t-shirt.
You have an extra? Ohtani has walked 13 times in the last 4 games. They have records for this sort of thing. That's tied in Major League Baseball record. Never seen 14 walks over 4 games, ever. He took a strike. Lefty on lefty will Doolittle throw him another.
Well, he threw a 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastball to Marsh, and then he followed up with a breaking ball. I would imagine Shohei's going to see a breaking ball here. Ooh, went after him with a fastball, got it by him.
Struck him out. Ends the inning. Only time anybody got to Ohtani.
This is the planning effect. If you ask Susie about the future, she'll say she's got goals. And since she's got goals, she might need help reaching them. And so she'll get some help from Fidelity. And at Fidelity, someone will help her create a plan for all her goals, which means Susie will be feeling so good about that plan, she can just enjoy right now. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
Thank you, Angel fans. Make sure to stop by the Angel Stadium team stores during the final home games of the season and receive 25% off select merchandise. Visit the Angel Stadium team stores to shop. Some sweet lids right there. Great crowd on hand. They've witnessed the Angels with a couple of touchdowns in this one, 14-1. Jonathan Diaz, who came in relief for Jaime Barria, who had to leave this game with arm fatigue. And Jonathan Diaz, not only 1 run in 4 innings. It's just what the Angels needed. Some depth. Talked about a bullpen game, Gooby, but he's saving the bullpen quite a bit here as they try to close out this season strong.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball very, very well, getting deeper in the game. This 52 pitches thrown tonight. Excellent job.
As Mitch Haniger, 0-2. Got to be careful to Haniger.
That's pretty effective fastball. Even though it's not overpowering, it spotted it good. 89-91 inside against a right-handed batter.
Haniger's 0 for 2. Does have 35 home runs on the season. 2 Mariners with 35 homers. There's 2 of that in all of baseball. Mariners and the Blue Jays.
Well, I think Hernandez homered again for the Jays. He's got 31, along with Vlad Jr., 46, Simeon with 42. That's some power in their lineup.
Teoscar's not really one of those players that is mentioned at the top of the list, but he provides some solid protection.
RBI machine himself.
It's a big win for the Jays. And that's Haniger. He drives that one right center. Brandon Marsh.
Are you kidding me?
Come on. Have yourself a ball game. Off his shoelaces. Makes that grab. Wow, that was awesome.
So Flo caught it by his toe. That's some good range.
So he's dealing with the wall. He's got Lagares crossing in front of him, and then he just picks it right off the ground practically.
Well, we know he was a football player. Catching passes.
It's exactly what he told me before the game, is that, you know, he's just reading it as if he's back playing high school football, where he was a tremendous football player. Buford High School. Two down, easy play. Kelnick's retired. How about the Tampa Bay Rays with the clincher? Did you have them winning the division?
You know, the way the Yankees were set up this year, you were thinking, even though they had such a magical year last year getting to the World Series before losing to the Dodgers, you know, you lose, you trade Blake Snell away, you lose Tyler Glasnow after a great start to the season for him, yet here they are.
How about the division? The throwback Devil Rays jerseys they were working with to clinch. So now, do they hold off Houston for best overall record in home field?
Yes.
I believe so as well.
The Yankees today with Giancarlo Stanton with a grand slam at Fenway Park. That is a great race. Now they're tied as far as the top seed is the wild card team.
You didn't want to get into the Baltimore-Texas game?
Sorry. I know at one point that game was 0-0 in the 7th.
You don't miss a thing. Just brainstorming here. Houston, Tampa, ALCS. Tampa with home field. Right to go to the World Series, win the pennant. Who do you got winning that series? Between Houston and Tampa, should it get to an ALCS between those two?
I've said it all along. I'm still feeling pretty confident the Astros are going to represent the American League.
Well, Jonathan Diaz is confidently pitching in this ball game, and it's 14-1 stretch time.
Everywhere you go, everything you do, you can always take the game with you.
And you can bring your friends.
This question is for Carlos Pena. Carlos, for the record, where did your signature term, placata, come from?
Placata is just an expression my brothers and I used when we were kids. It means good, solid contact, usually resulting in a home run. Placata! So if you go deep, it means you just went placata.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions. Only on MLB Network.
Placata! How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
Look at the Mercury Insurance Smart Pitching, and tomorrow at home will be Shohei Ohtani. He's a perfect 6-0. Finally had that streak of wins come to an end. Last time out, got the no decision, but that'll be a big game and a chance to win the series and hurt the Mariners' chances.
Yeah, and get to 10 wins on the season, too, for Shohei Ohtani. All the things he is tried to accomplish this season and beyond, especially you get double figures in wins, get that 150 strikeouts. Great to see.
I guess the question remains, hypothetically, it would be awesome if he wins. Let's say he wins, gets to 10, and then you get to the final Sunday of the season, Angels in Seattle, at T-Mobile Park, and let's say Seattle's one back. And Ohtani wants the baseball. Joe Madden likes the integrity of the game.
Yeah, it's conceivable. We see Shohei. I still go back to what we said last inning. The communication between Shohei, Joe Madden, Perry Manassian has been excellent. And that's why you're seeing the kind of results this year where Shohei is allowed to play the game every day, pitch effectively every time out, run the bases, just being creative on the mound in the batter's box. And it's all because of two things. He's healthy this year, but also he's getting a chance to enjoy himself and have those conversations that allow him to play.
New pitcher, new batter, former Angel Matt Andriese is in for the Mariners. Kean Wong replaces Phil Gosselin, hitting third for the Angels. A 14-1 ball game. I think it's it's really challenging for people to understand what we've witnessed from Shohei Ohtani this year. I think the offensive numbers really jump out, and I think maybe with the Angels not in the playoff race, it's hard for East Coast to think about what he's done on the mound.
Yeah, I still go back to what John Smoltz said one time on MLB Network. He was talking about how good he is and how he could be as good as Jacob deGrom on the mound, and that's pretty high praise. That kind of stuff on the mound.
So Keen Wong makes it out. And if I didn't realize there was a camera here, Mark.
Way to go, Patrick. Good job here so far, man. Thanks. It's a fun game, huh? Witnessing what Shohei Ohtani's doing. A couple of triples in the game, too, but Marsh, Walsh, the entire lineup doing the job. Brent Hefo, it's a lot of fun, but you're doing an excellent job here, Patrick.
Well, alongside you and Jose Mota, and thanks, of course, to a fantastic Angels crew here on Bally Sports, picking me up. Can't tell you how awesome it is to be here, this view, and to watch what we saw from Shohei Ohtani. Those 8 runs in the 3rd inning. It is just absolutely spectacular. Huge crowd here tonight. It's an incredible view. Gooby, thank you very much. Of course, thanks to producer Evan, director Travis, the men and women in the truck, mesdames et messieurs, très bien, merci beaucoup. It's unreal. It's like a dream, in a way. It's kind of like a dream.
By the way, how great is this view right here in this booth? It's absolutely spectacular.
I would just describe it as a little piece of heaven. Love this game, and I see this team make some things happen. Considering everything, it's the fight that impresses me the most. I think that people, they just look at it. Maybe the standings, people that aren't Angels fans, even Angels fans are frustrated, but you see it each and every day, Mark, is they come to play. They don't give up.
We were talking to Joe Smith today. He loved his time with the Angels, but he's been with the Astros now with Seattle, and he's saying this team, wow, what fight they have, and and when you have so many key components of your everyday lineup not out there for a long period of time, but guys given a chance to play, but the fight all the way, even to that last out last night, almost took that game away from Seattle, a game they had to win. And people like Jack Mayfield is doing an excellent job, Brandon Marsh, Luis Rengifo, Jose Rojas right there. I mean, there's so many guys that have stepped in there and really performed and battled every single night. That's why you see the fans, so many fans here today, just appreciating that.
And we see it also when we're out there with Angels Live, pre and post. And Ken French doing an amazing job all season long. He's got the reins. The fans they're swinging by and they're happy. Yeah. And a lot of it is because of Shohei Ohtani. Have not witnessed anything like this. The star power, the fans that are coming out. The interviews that Mark Gubicza is doing for Japan television, newspaper, magazines. It's a really big deal in Japan right now. I've got friends and family there, pal. I know. You're so generous with everybody, by the way. Never turn down an interview. And the Japanese media, they're so incredibly polite, and it's so nice.
Oh, I just love the conversation.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But look at all the smiles on the faces of the fans here today. I mean, hey, you expect coming into spring training to be playing baseball in October, and that is tough. And we're all at the point where we're thinking the same thing. It's not a great season until you get to the postseason, and you catch that last out, and you win the World Series. With the fans here tonight, and with the fans we've seen, you mentioned before games, after games, just to be able to go. What this country has gone through and the world has gone through over the last year plus, be able to go to the ballpark and be able to see things happen, on a daily basis at the ballpark here at the Big A, or Shohei Ohtani, or the All-Star Jarrett Walsh, what he's done. Some of the young players coming up and performing well like they're doing. Brandon Marsh, Joe Adell. But knowing
the best player in baseball is going to be back and healthy next year, that's Mike Trout. That is something I think everyone just love to hear today, that Trouty's ready to roll next season.
So to have the best player in the world alongside Shohei Ohtani, who has had the best season in baseball history. Injuries happen. Total fluke. Mike Trout to suffer that calf tear that just could not completely heal. Makes sense to shut it down for sure. 3-0 to Jared Walsh. 2 down here, bottom of the 7th inning, and a 14-1 Angels lead. Across the board, great games. Marsh, Ohtani, Gosselin. Jared Walsh has 4 RBIs in this game, 90 on the season. Get hot, get to close to 100. 3-1. Let's put him in the conversation for next year. An all-star. Solid defense.
Yeah, he's at the top as far as fielding percentage as a first baseman in the American League. So you have David Fletcher, who should win, better win.
Could he be in the conversation?
He's going to be in that conversation too.
Should be a finalist. Why not? Fielding percentage close to perfection. That's a 3-1 count. Oh, he's looking for more.
Boy, his swing is good. What a play by a fan. Brought his glove.
You have to bring the glove. Major fan appreciation. Are they yelling for you, Mark?
No. That was too good of a play. I'm yelling for him. That would be the old Baltimore Stadium. Give that fan a contract. What a play.
Just fun is being had by all tonight. 3-2. Up the middle, base hit. Rocket. Jose Mota, big thanks to you for everything you do for the fans. And speaking of those fans, you're right down there. What's the vibe like from what we have seen tonight?
It's so cool. You know, I was on the field down when the employees got recognized, to see ownership down here, to see those employees hit a fist bump from Shohei Ohtani is hard to describe. You know, it has been a very tough year overall for the Angels on the field, but on nights like this, Shohei recognized, employees recognized, and then to kind of seal it off with a nice win today, it'd be great against a team that's contending, obviously, and the offensive splurge has been outstanding. And Patrick, you're very welcome. Outstanding job yourself.
Thank you, amigo. Muchas gracias.
Throw me an arigato in there. Come on now.
Arigato, Mota-san. So first and second. Angels with 14 runs, ties the season high. 14 hits.
How about the hits by Walsh today?
Wow. Game.
Rocket after rocket.
When he gets locked in, it's what made him an all-star. It's what we saw in September of 2020. Where the ball jumps off his bat.
How great is that when you reflect, and he'll be able to do that this offseason. He so excited when he made the All-Star game. When you reflect on that during the offseason, that first week or two where you just kind of relax mentally and physically, just say, wow, I made an All-Star team. That's pretty impressive. A lot of really, really good players over the years didn't make an All-Star game, and they're Walsh an opportunity to do that.
He's a 39th round pick, let's not forget, 2015. He's a two-way player at the University of Georgia. Came up through the minor leagues as a two-way player. That was the thought for him in the big leagues until he saw what Shohei Ohtani had to go through. He's like, yeah, I think I could do just much better as just playing first base.
I'll make that throw 3-6-3 double play. I like that throw better than try to throw off the mound.
On Lagares. It's a base hit in this game. This one's all but over. And Seattle's just trying to survive, push this one to Sunday, knowing that they have to win the series. If they want any chance going in the final 6 for them, they got to go take on Oakland and then take on this Angels team to finish off the season. give them credit, though, for the run that they've been on. To make it interesting, they haven't won 90 games, Mark, since 2003.
They have a very strong farm system going right now. They have some good young talent. But you know what, the Angels, this is what you play for, an opportunity to knock a team out of the postseason. And that's your mindset.
2-2. Got him. That ends the bottom of the 7th inning. Indeed, a strike from Matt Andriese. 14-1 Halos. Circuit, we're witnessing one of the hottest teams in the last 20 years, the St. Louis Cardinals. They have a 15-game winning streak. Indians with 22 and 17. The A's, remember that? Wow, 20 in 2002. Is that Tyler O'Neill?
Is that the O'Neill power?
I wish. Look at the muscles on O'Neill. Said no one ever. Dodgers are the #1 team in the wild card. They lost today. So as it stands, Dodgers, Cardinals, Giants are winning tonight. And there's a 13-game difference between the two, and they could get bounced in the first round of the playoffs, the wild card game.
That's incredible. The Giants in position, if they hold on, the lead, they're up 7-2 against Colorado. That would be their 101st victory, the first time they've won 100 games, I think, since 1913 when they were the New York Giants.
One pitch, one out. Have yourself a game, Jonathan Diaz. Jack Mayfield played Luis Torrens perfectly. Is it the pitching for the Cardinals? It's the hitting with the big three we've talked about. Remember in 2013, I thought the Redbirds were out of it. And they went on a September tear, ended up winning the World Series.
Nobody wants to play them right now. No one. But when you're in a one-game wild card game, no matter how hot you are, if you run into a great pitcher, and if you look right now, they're playing Dodgers, you got to deal with Max Scherzer in that one game. That's tough. Even though Adam Wainwright would probably get the start for the Cardinals, that'll be a fun game, really fun game.
Let's not underestimate the impact that Yadi Molina has with that team. Him and Wainwright just combined for 300 appearances as a battery between the two. But there's a lot of discussion. Tune into MLB Radio, MLB Network about there should be a 3-game wild card series. Whoever has the better record should host all 3, specifically because you could have a situation where the Dodgers win 104 games and lose to a team like St. Louis. I'm okay, actually, with the one game.
That's what makes that one game playoff so good. It's almost like what you're seeing in an NFL playoff game.
Yeah.
You could be the best team in the NFL, but you have that one game where you struggle, then you know what? You're out the postseason.
Right now, a real quick word from Hyundai.
Hey, it's your journey. Own it.
And how about a potential wild card play-in game between the Red Sox and the Yankees? I mean, you're talking about historic franchises.
That comes back into home, or not fair territory, but it came back into play. Jared Walsh, he overran it. That's a tough play, though, to make. It's hit way up in the air. Cal Raleigh gets another chance, second life, another look. It'll be, Angels could win this one 14-1. Walsh could have 4 ribbies, 3 knocks, and he's going to think about that play. He's just lying in bed.
And I wouldn't be surprised. He's lovely to be out there tomorrow morning
working on that play.
Pop-ups.
Fungo after fungo. I guess with the new CBA, with it expiring in December, there'll be talk about expansion. We saw it last year. When they stay at 10, when they figure out a way to go to 12, 14.
Well, Diaz has been really, really impressive with his command of both sides of the plate.
I mean, that would have been 6 complete for him had that out been recorded. Only 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So it's nice to see. Popped up. I do not have a glove.
Oh, Patty O, that almost worked its way to you.
Listen, there's a blind spot here. And one of the things I think you have warned others that have been in this position is you could get a bad ricochet.
Thankfully, your laptop wasn't around that area. That was pretty close.
Mark Langston's over there. He said he would have made the play. He has a lot of gold gloves. He was willing to come over and make the play. We're just trying to avoid the play. Langston goes, I got gold gloves. I can make that play.
All I'm hearing is, come on, Gooby. Make a play. Left me out of it, thankfully. I was closer to it. That one's hit well by Raleigh. Left field corner. Is he going to try for 2? Kian Wong up, throwing. He's going to make it a 2-out double.
A couple hits in the game for Raleigh today for
Seattle.
Didn't quite get the fastball in and up on him. He's able to turn on it, hook it down in the corner for a double. Now 12 doubles this season.
So the Mariners with a runner on in what seems like an eternity. Jonathan Diaz pitched brilliantly in relief of Jaime Barria. It's his ball game right now. Looking to go the distance, pick up his first big league victory. J.P. Crawford. 2-0 count, top of the 8th inning. Hits that one to left field. Kian Wong is there, and he gets out of the inning. Well done, Jonathan Diaz. He had retired 13 in a row. He's got a 14-1 lead.
Luis Rengifo leading off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's my StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. What he did in the 2nd inning, he crushes an Anderson fastball upstairs. Exit velocity a little over 105 miles per hour. Launch angle 31 degrees. His 6th home run of the season.
Oh, 413 for Rengifo after having a nice road trip in which he homered 3 times. Homers here tonight at the Big A in the 2nd inning.
Switch hitting is a bit of a lost art. How does that add to his value?
Well, it gives you a chance to see the baseball, you know, at an easier angle coming in as a switch hitter from a right-handed pitcher coming in there as a left-handed batter. You're seeing the baseball a little bit longer, so getting that opportunity both sides. Can run well. I still think there's a lot of stolen bases in him. In the minor leagues, he was 20, 30 stolen bases every year. Hasn't correlated into the major league level yet. And he's also slowing the game down very well at the shortstop position. So he's really helped himself out as far as value for the team and going forward in his future.
Little adjustment to the Mariners' left side of their infield. Luis Torrens goes to 3rd base. That ball is rocketed foul. Dylan Moore goes to shortstop. Torrens. Look at Moore. Resting up Kyle Seager, J.P. Crawford for Shohei Ohtani tomorrow. 12:30 Angels live. You're on Bally Sports.
So obviously no DH anymore for Seattle. And again, you won't see a DH tomorrow either for the Angels.
Should baseball go to a universal DH? And in that case, I mean, Shohei Ohtani's on pace for 155 games played this year. But the games that he missed were some National League games where there was no DH. But do you really need to see, I don't know, Max Scherzer go 0 for 65? What fans deserve as Rengifo goes down swinging for the first out here in the 8th inning. Don't they deserve the very best hitters in the game?
Man, it's all about when you see more offense. The best chance to have more offense is have that designated hitter, universal designated hitter.
And then should, I don't know, should a manager like Scott Service or anybody in the National League, that is, want their pitcher to hit, by all means, go ahead. That's what the Angels are doing.
You have the option.
David Fletcher grounds that one. Moore's there. 2 down. Would absolutely love to see a universal DH.
We saw it last year in that sprint of the season. I still think you're going to see that going forward.
Brandon Marsh having a career night. He's made 2 amazing defensive plays. He's taken away a home run. Made another great catch deep in the alley. Off his shoe top. Got a couple of hits, 2 singles. A batter, a walk. Did strike out last time up. 4 runs scored. On Fan Appreciation Night, a lot to appreciate from Marsh. Andres does not get the call there. Touch the strike zone. It's 1-1. It's 1-2. Changeup got him there. You got to think about the offseason for Brandon Marsh. What you can take, you've got this sample size of the big leagues and what you can do to get ready for 2022.
Always been intrigued, watch him in spring training. The talent he has is trying to stay healthy, one, and is showing what he could do at the major league level. We're seeing glimpses of that right now.
He goes down swinging there. We're going to the ninth.
The ballpark is better when we're all here together. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Join the team and help us all get back to doing what we love together.
No one covers the show like MLB Network.
Put a star by that one.
Turn on baseball's best with over 200 live games all season.
Oh, my goodness!
Catch live look-ins every night on MLB Tonight.
Oh, baby!
Plus breakdowns and highlights of your team, my team, every team.
And gone!
Bring home our national pastime all the time. Only on MLB Network.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Players of the game, a lot to choose from for the Halos tonight versus the Mariners. Could it be Brandon Marsh? 2 for 4, 4 runs. Could it be Shohei Ohtani? 2 for 3, 2 triples, 3 ribbies, 3 runs. Phil Gosselin, also a 4 RBI. Didn't have room on the board for Jared Walsh with 4 RBI. Just everybody got their fill tonight.
And how about Jonathan Diaz?
How about that? Looking for his first big league victory. As we see Shohei Ohtani, it was interesting to see him in the on-deck circle there in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 14-1 ball game. Very interesting.
Yeah. And, you know, we were thinking about this. We were talking in between innings here. Shohei on the mound, you don't have to. It's not a National League game. You don't have to have the pitcher hitting. We've seen that a ton for Shohei Ohtani, hitting while he's pitching here at the Big A. There's always that option that, you know, Shohei Ohtani and Joe basically say, hey, we want you to concentrate strictly on the pitching aspect tomorrow. But I don't think that's going to happen. But it always makes for a good conversation when it comes to Shohei, because it goes down to the communication between Joe Madden, Perry Manassi, and Shohei Ohtani.
Right, of course. But if Joe Madden wants Shohei Ohtani to come out of the ball game, he could just say, put your sneakers on, you're done.
Yep.
It's the manager. Why would you send up a guy pitching tomorrow in a 14-1 ball game? Didn't happen. But for Jonathan Diaz, this young left-hander about to win his first big league game. Talked about all the offense. At one point, he had retired 13 in a row. And it would have been 14. Cal Raleigh was given a second life. He had a pop fly on the first base line that Jared Walsh just overran a bit. He ended up doubling, but then he was able to get J.P. Crawford.
Been impressive. 83 pitches thrown for Diaz, 53 strikes.
Very impressive. And you look at a start like this, Gooby, and you see that Jaime Barria had to leave this game. Maybe we see Jonathan Diaz next time around. How about that?
Right on cue. He used to keep saying how well he's doing. That's a good pitch.
Jake Bauers strikes out swinging. MLB celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month by recognizing the contributions made to our game by the Latino baseball community, past and present. Follow at Las Mayores and at MLB, and visit lasmayores.com for full coverage. Dylan Moore sends that one foul. Fan making a great play down there, gets the appreciation.
Well, the fans not only came out, a ton of them. There's been a lot of really good plays. Yes.
Bring your glove.
Way to go. Some great plays in the stands tonight.
Nice changeup. So Diaz is a native of Valencia, Venezuela. Made his MLB debut, spot start, September 17th. Began the season with the Trash Pandas, AA Rocket City, 13 appearances, 9 starts. Promoted to Salt Lake, was 0-3. But I had an interesting conversation with AJ Ramos about the altitude, you know, at Salt Lake. Can't get the spin on the baseball. You can't get the same movement on your baseball. It travels, but yet...
Yeah, I mean, that's why sometimes numbers are not exactly what you think they might be. They're going to be higher as far as a pitcher. Can't say anything as a hitter.
Tough throw for Mayfield. Gets more. 2 down. Top of the 9th inning.
Going back to our Hyundai key for the game today. Thank you. Thank you to Halo Nation for supporting the club this entire season, coming out to the ballpark.
All those smiles on your face, enjoying a game like today.
Thank you. Thank you. Fans, works perfectly with that.
A lot of giveaways from the Angels to these great Angels fans here tonight. Clippers tickets, Ducks tickets, televisions, gift cards. The select lucky fans. Jonathan Diaz and the Angels 1 out away from winning this ball game.
We're going 7, potential 7 great innings. Jonathan Diaz.
The Angels signed him as a free agent, was in the Red Sox organization.
He's got him a chase after that one. You know, you got to be thinking, what is he thinking on the mound? If I get this last out, got my first major league victory.
Hopefully he's thinking about staying locked in and finishing strong and shaking his catcher's hand.
Good point, Patrick.
You're the one that taught me that.
I shouldn't jump ahead too quickly.
It's 3-1 to Mitch Haniger. Nice pitch, changeup. You know, it's his changing of speeds. It's his location, hitting the corners of the strike zone. It's now 3-2, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Diaz Haniger line drive, base hit. Almost too good to be true there. Fans all on their feet.
Just wanted to build the drama.
Yeah, they're going to sit right back down now. I like that they're sticking around, though, for this young man. Career night. Of course, a 13-run cushion should take some of the pressure off. Jared Kelenic, 0-3.
Had a chance to run into his family before the game, how excited they were to see Kelenic, a great young star in the future here, put up some real good numbers in the month of September. We've seen some outstanding defensive plays coming to the ballpark tonight.
Mariners have a lot of young pitchers, young star in Kelenic, and still hopes of the postseason. But Jonathan Diaz and the Angels look to dash just a bit here tonight, set up a big rubber game tomorrow. Shohei Ohtani, Marco Gonzalez, the lefty. It's a great matchup.
Fans on their feet again. They want to see this last out. Celebrate with Jonathan Diaz's first major league win. Angels grandma in the house.
It's a big star. Oh-2 to Kelenic. Got him! Ball game! First major league victory for Jonathan Diaz. A 14-1 thrashing of the Seattle Mariners, evening the series at 1 game apiece. Brandon Marsh, offense and defense. Jared Walsh, offense and defense. Phil Gosselin and, of course, Shohei Ohtani with the 2 triples, the 3 runs, the ribbies. Great all-around game, Gooby. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great. Max Stassi, as soon as that last out is recorded, immediately gives the ball to Jonathan Diaz. He's going to remember that the rest of his life. First major league victory going 7 shutout. What a job by Diaz.
Over 30,000 fans. In a ball game just over 3 hours. Joe Madden pumped up. Let's not forget about Luis Rengifo up and down the lineup. Max Stassi, Joe Madden bringing so much enthusiasm, and Shohei Ohtani had a ball game, still wanting to play the very end. He wanted to get a final at bat, but 2 triples really set the tone.
He went to triple Lindy. Loving that speed. 3 RBIs on the night for Shohei. 3 runs scored, getting closer to the century mark of both of those categories. How quick those hands were against a lefty. Good swings throughout. What a game overall by everybody in the lineup here today. Everyone contributed this W.
All right now we're going to go to Jose Mota, who's standing by with Jared Walsh. Jose, take it away.
Thanks, Patrick. How nice, Jared, to go out there and capitalize on the guys at the top of the order, setting things up for you and getting the big base hits.
Yeah, Marsh really set the tone. A couple base knocks down the line. Shohei was unbelievable. 2 triples. So, you know, clicking on all cylinders tonight. It was really fun.
Those things that you work on against lefties as reminders against a guy like Anderson who have been so good. What clicked today against him for you?
I don't really know if we have an answer. Anderson's tough. Been great since he got traded over to Seattle. So anytime you can get a W off a guy like that, it's a good thing.
Let's not ignore the job by Jonathan Diaz, and you can sure appreciate that. How big was that for you guys in relief?
Absolutely huge. Came in, threw strikes, pitched to contact. Really nice outing.
And lastly, on this fan appreciation night, what would you like to tell the fans here tonight and those watching on our audience?
Love you guys. Thank you for coming out all season. Let's get healthy and have a great year next year.
Thank you, All-Star first baseman. Thank you. Jared Walsh for the fans. Talk about Shohei. The guys at the top of the order. Oh my goodness, it was a nice rounded win for the Angels in front of a big crowd. Ken French and the rest. Gonna break it down. Angels Live coming up right after this. Big win for the Halos. Everybody pitch in.